Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z. Birdseye Dell. With me, as always, my boys are in the building. We got my main man, Angry John Rosado.
What's up?
We got a new guy, hasn't been here in about 3 or 4 months. What's your name, bud? Sciulli? Sciulli.
You got it.
Anthony Sciulli. Welcome, Sciulli.
Hi.
Welcome aboard. Welcome back, Shoal.
Well,
It's good to be back.
buddy.
I missed you guys, man. It fucking
Been a
seems
minute.
like it's forever, dude.
Then we got my main man, Moneyline Welsh. We're up, Moneyline.
What's going on?
We got a couple announcements real quick. Folks, don't forget about our Patreon. You can help support the podcast through that. Just go to Greenfield's Finest Podcast on Patreon. We have different levels, a $3 level and a $5 level. Every little bit helps. Also, August 4th, Greenfield's Finest Podcast will be putting on a comedy show at the Squirt Hill Sports Bar. Shirley will be on that show. Haven't figured out the total lineup yet, but it's going to be really good. Tickets are going to be up this week. Larry's going to be working on a flyer for it, so it's going to be awesome. As soon as we release the tickets, here's the thing with that. Last time, we sold 150 tickets, and then it went over, and they let more people in. This time, 150 is the limit. So I would suggest once the link goes up, if you're thinking about going, grab tickets, because they're not letting 230 people back in there.
Too rowdy last time.
No, it was actually a great crowd. It really was. It was just you need a place to sit for an hour and a half comedy.
Yeah, it was
show.
like
Sure.
standing room only.
Yeah,
It was
tough.
it was honestly probably one of the funnest rooms I ever did. This time will be the same exact vibe. It will just be make sure everyone has a seat there, so it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yeah, leaning up against a jukebox for an hour and a half. It's tough.
Or a dartboard on stage. It was like
You're
people
standing
on
on
the
the ramp.
stage.
Yeah.
People were on the stage next to the dartboard. Like
I had a lady hold my beer for me
Shirley, where you been?
all around the world, dog.
Just treat-
Traveling, huh?
word on the street is you went and got treatment.
Yeah, dude. I had some issues. I had to work on me. Nah,
You're trying to find yourself.
I was in Texas, and then I came back. We did that show that Friday night.
Yeah.
I came back Thursday, did the show. Saturday night, my water tank explodes. And then me being the ever frugal guy, I had a dude come by that finds things sometimes, and he sold me a tankless water heater.
Jumpsuit Johnny.
Not him per se, but it was someone like him. So I bought it a while ago, thinking when I got this tankless one.
Yeah.
So I spent all day Sunday, me and my dad, we rerun the fucking plumbing, hooked this thing up, called my buddy electrician, he comes over, he's like, dude, this thing runs off like 75 amps. I'm like, okay, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like,
a lot of
well,
amps.
your house draws like 100. He's like, every time you turn on hot water, it's going to suck 75 amps out of your
Yeah.
fucking house.
Yeah, no way.
I'm like, all right, so what's that going to cost? He's like, extra 100 at least on your fucking electric bill. I'm like, well, no gas is used, right? And then he priced out the wire to like run it from where it's at to my fucking electrical box. It was like $400 worth of wire.
So
I was
so what'd you do?
I took it off the wall and I went and got a gas tank that Tuesday night that I was supposed to be here.
Good move.
I was hooking up a fucking old school hot water tank,
Yeah.
just like I had before.
Well, we're glad you're back, brother.
T-Bird used to buy them from Lowe's too. He probably had a couple.
Yeah.
Probably knew a couple
Well,
schemes to get you.
Buys.
Yeah.
Buy.
We use that loosely.
Yeah.
What I would do is I would get, you know what?
He
I
knew
don't
the
wanna
merchandise.
I don't want to get into too much. Well, statute
Statute of limitations up on that.
What I'd like to do is I'd go to the back and I forgot that I didn't buy it and I would return it. And then they would give me a gift card and I would take the gift card and sell it. But I started realizing after a while, like, hey, man, I never even paid for one of these. And I started to feel guilty because I had all these gift cards I was selling. So with the money I did, I bought heroin. So, you know what I mean?
To make amends.
Yeah, I was like, what could I do to like lower myself to make myself feel a little worse? I'd buy heroin and crack, and I end up probably doing that with about 7 or 8 water heaters. So,
Dude, my parents' water heater exploded a couple of years ago, and I had to go down Lowe's to get a water heater, and they were all chained up. And I'm like, who the fuck's stealing water heaters? It was Z-Bird.
That's
T-Bird was
right.
I had to go get a lady.
that wasn't
To-
3
to
or 4
like-
years ago. I was out of
No,
the
yeah,
game.
you're right. Well, somebody was still jacking them because they
Oh,
were chained
Yeah,
up.
he wasn't the only one in that game.
Yeah, there was a ring.
Well, dude, that's what happened. So I went to look at. I was gonna buy the wire and everything, and they have that chained up like.
Well, dude, they once that
Every
wire went
ounce
through the
accounted
roof,
for.
dude, they started chaining everything up.
Yeah.
So what happened with your parents' one?
Well, no, I went and like got it for him, but like then I had to like go get a lady out and chain it, and she was like so demeaning. She's like, "Well, what do you need?" I was like, "I just need the water here." She's like, "Do you need a kit to hook it up?" I was like, I don't know. Probably. She's like, well, you need to know these type of things before you come down there. She was just mean as hell. Like, sorry,
Where
what?
was this at?
This is at Lowe's. She was
You're
just-
really
They
fucking
are mean
up
at
in
She was
Lowe's.
about 5'2" and just like calling me
Home
like
Depot, they're a little
pussy.
friendlier.
The nice thing about Home Depot is you can steal a whole cart of stuff and they don't even bother you.
They don't
You know what I
care.
mean? Lowe's, like, what they kind of like, I don't know how it is
Couple
now.
heroes.
Yeah, there's always a guy like, you didn't pay for that DeWalt, you know, and so I'm like, yeah, I just would run to the car. Like, just leave me alone. I'm in a hurry, you know? I'll get you next time. They
Yeah,
know-
it's not your impact gun, buddy. Fucking relax.
His last name Lowe's.
That's what I was saying. Your last name D-Walt.
Home Depot, you'd steal a whole cart of stuff, take it out to the car,
you
someone
return
help
it.
you load it.
Yeah.
Good old
That's
days.
service. Yeah.
That's service, you know? Yeah.
They're like the Chick-fil-A of home improvement stores.
Yeah.
4th of July, what you guys get into? Get anything crazy?
Man, that feels like it was so long
I
ago.
know.
My nephew graduated from
Graduation
NA.
party.
Graduation party
How'd that go?
kicked off the weekend. It was good. My sister had it outside at her house. She got tents in case of rain, and it poured. Like
it rained the whole night, huh?
it rained real bad for like the first hour when people were coming in, and then it stopped, and then rained again. But then it was still a good time. I
Yeah.
mean, everything was still good.
The food was real good.
Food was good.
Pulled pork was good.
Backyard grass got a little beat up. People were walking around like it was Woodstock with like bare feet.
What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? If it's gonna rain,
Yeah,
you
can't
have
control
people,
the weather.
Yeah, you can't have people fucking tracking all that shit in your crib
Yeah.
though. I went to the 4th of July races. Nobody else did. I was down at a race.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up.
No, that's no. First off,
Nobody showed up.
So
I was
I
down
have-
there stretching,
I was
ready
I
to
was in
roll.
Lake and
woo,
babe.
as Ric Flair would say, woo. Jack's so full of shit. So I texted
was I there?
you. Well, you were there, but I texted you. I said, "Hey, are we gonna race?" You were like, "Dude, I'm not racing. I don't have any nieces
I don't
or
recall
nephews."
that.
I'll pull it up on my freaking phone, dog.
Pull it up on your freaking
Dude, I
phone.
made it clear. I knew I was going to be hungover. I was a little bit hungover
no.
on the 4th.
Well,
I wasn't
listen,
running.
So I was like, oh, maybe I'll run, just to run. And then I looked to see, like, it was loaded with, like,
Talent.
yeah, like this one of the one kid, he's a cousin of like our boy, blah blah blah. Dude, he fucking ran like a 5'4", 60-yard fucking dash or something. Dude, he was
timed
flying.
him?
I timed him. He
Right.
was flying, dude. He won by 25 yards. I can't see that, dude. I'm in the middle of a podcast.
I can see it, Michael.
I want Sciulli to read this whenever Jack's done. Start right here where it says.
But,
let Jack say it.
You ready for this?
Yeah, let
Dude,
Jack
you're just
go.
fucking my
Okay.
whole flow story up. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
read it. Read it. Go
You
ahead.
ready
wanna
for your
get it out?
medicine, dog?
Yep.
You going to the races? Yeah. Are we racing? I'd rather not. I pulled my vagina last night.
Sounds fabricated to me. But I was down there.
Everything besides the pulling of vagina is 100% true.
It was cool. There was a big old crowd. I didn't run because like there were just younger kids and I knew they were faster. And I was like,
What's the point of that?
no. So I
Yeah.
was like, Joe was there. I was like, oh, we'll probably do the egg toss together. A lot of people do the egg toss. So I'm sitting there like, egg toss time. I look for Joe. Joe partners up with Billy Pegger. And I'm like, huh. Okay, I guess I'm not doing the egg toss. Figure you have a brother down there who's like,
You got picked last.
yeah. And so like, I'm like, oh, that's okay.
Are you weak in the egg toss?
No, well, listen to the story, John. So last minute, my man Ed is looking for his boy. His boy's down at the fucking snack stand getting fucking burgers and shit like that. He's walking around. He's like, man, I don't know where my partner's at, blah, blah, blah. So you need a partner? He's like, yeah, come on, let's go. So me and him hop in there. We go all the way to the finals, down to the so Joe and Billy Pegger get eliminated in like the 4th toss. So like you toss, you take a step back, you toss, you take a step back. That's how the egg toss goes. They weren't really for the kid down there wasn't really enforcing the rules like he should have. There's kind of people cheating up front. Me and Ed were playing by the rules. We fucking we were taking our step back, and so Joe and Bill they get eliminated like 4th or 5th row, which is like literally from me away, John. Pathetic performance by them. Pathetic. And then me and Ed go to the very end. There's 3 of us. 3 teams left. There was probably about 20, 25 teams, I bet. There was a lot of dudes in this egg toss. The 2 guys next to me, they throw it. And there's break. Ed was hanging on to it to see. Ed throws it up. So if it doesn't break, we win the egg toss. It hits my hands and it just fucking breaks.
Oh,
it was brutal.
Stone hands.
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't Ed's fault. Yeah, dude, we're probably,
I mean, it was somebody's fault.
We were 65 yards away at that point. You know how fucking far that is to
You're a
toss an
quarter
egg?
of a mile
Yeah.
away.
So if everyone's broke, so like we guys all tied for first.
So we had to redo it, and then the next time ours broke first, and then the same thing happened. 2 broke. The one dude caught it, and then
Like a walk-off finish.
a walk-off finish. Yeah. But Joe was covered in egg. His daughter was there. Like, he's been out for fucking hours, it seems like, and I'm still going, snagging him on the ground. You know what I mean? The thing about the egg toss is, if the egg hits the ground, I think you should be out.
Yeah.
But if they go by, if it like doesn't break, you keep going. So dudes were like, there was a lot of like our shit didn't hit the ground. You know what I mean? We kept
catching
it clean.
them to the ground.
Well, you kind of have to like
Cradling
You
it,
kind of have to cradle it down.
A lot of funny
But
business.
There's a lot of funny business going on. That's all right. It's for fun, I guess. But
So you're saying your brother stinks at the egg toss?
oh, it couldn't be worse.
Was he cheating and he lost?
I don't know if he was. I don't know how do you cheat? 4 throws, you're out. I don't think he cheated. But you got to
very
give
bad at cheating.
You got to give that egg a little shake. You know what I mean? That keeps it
Not being so
whole.
lopsided.
You got to
Yeah.
scramble it a little bit.
You got to scramble them eggs.
Did Joe have like a cookout after? You got a pool? Did he have like a pool get together? That he did invite you to?
No, I mean he didn't have one that day. He's pretty.
Or did he?
He's
The one you weren't invited to.
He was going to. He was somewhere else.
Yeah.
But he's getting hammered with family function. So I think it's like literally he gets destroyed with family shit.
His house has become like the
Oh,
house.
it's brutal, dude. You got the in-ground pool. It's anytime anybody wants to have anything, they have it at Joe's.
That's the location.
That's so fucked up because I went over to Joe's one day I was dropping off the sign system, and it was a party that had. I mean, I shouldn't say it had nothing to do with Joe, but it was someone else's family member's kid's party, and it was at Joe's. And I was like, oh.
I bet you he got some gear
Oh,
grinders.
no. I mean, that. It's usually fine. There's just a lot like. I don't know. It's a lot of people at your house all the time. I don't know. You bought the house. They love it.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd fucking walk into the river. But like, Joe likes to entertain, but it's
Good
a lot.
host.
Yeah, he is a good host. What you do 4th of July besides flake on Mr. Greg's comedy show?
So anyway, stop throwing me under the bus.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. You and Joe were supposed to do comedy,
we did.
and you flaked on it. Everyone's Don McGee waiting to fucking like, oh, can't wait for this
first
comedy.
Off, so anyway, I talked to Joe. I'm on the phone with Joe. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, dude, what's going on with the comedy show? Are we doing this? The guy who's running the comedy show, I text him, hey, what's up? Are we still on for the comedy show? No response. Talk to Joe. Joe's like, dude, I don't see any way we can do this. They don't even have a sound system down here. So I'm like, all right, well, that doesn't sound good. And Joe's like, the other thing is there's a ton of kids here playing softball. So, like,
it would have been the most awkward comedy show of all time. They were literally playing a softball game. There was a ton of kids down there. The races cleared out because the races started at 10 in the morning. We're talking about this is probably like 2 o'clock at this time. That's a long time to be.
Still down there?
I was still down there, yeah. And then and he was like, dude, I don't know like what to do. I'm like, let's leave. Dude. Let's get the fuck. You can't do. I was like, what is Z-Bird going to talk about in front of these children?
yeah.
He, like getting his balls washed after like barebacking a hooker in a closet.
and there's not really an edited version of that. And
No, right.
So
That's
I
about
can't
as clean
claim
as you
that.
could say it.
I would have
Right.
I would have bombed really bad, and I'm glad it got. You know what I mean? Because I never thought it was gonna work, to be honest. But I was like, yeah, I'll do this. It's the Mr. Greg Classic, whatever. But like, there's no one down there that wanted to hear comedy. When people get together like that, and it's like the neighborhood thing, it's like they want to have fun, enjoy, but they want to bullshit with each other, and everyone
Let
else.
me stop this softball game and tell you a few jokes.
Plus,
Yeah.
everybody's been drinking since they got to the races, pretty much.
And when people are like drinking like that, like they want to tell their stories. They don't want to listen to your stories. And it's like there's a time and a place when I tell my stories, and it's not Don McGee Field at 2 o'clock in the middle of a children's softball game. And like, I'll be honest, like it was not organized right because they didn't even have a sound system.
No, they ended up getting one.
later on.
Yeah, later on. But it didn't matter what it would have been so weird and uncomfortable. Like that was you guys not doing that. I was just busting your balls.
But in all honesty, I wouldn't have said that in front. I would have been like, I would have told him right off the rip, like, dude, I can't say this shit in front of kids.
No way.
Even if they're like high school. I'm not talking like it's in front of fucking boys and girls or fucking.
No, like people's mothers, fine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But,
someone's grandma, she can hear finger in the ass story, but like what I mean. Your grandkids, that's where I draw a freaking line.
Yeah, you want to tell them about fingers in the ass? You tell them.
Yeah, Greenfield's Finest Podcast has morals.
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut saved the 4th of July, so they're about to cancel the hot dog eating contest because of lightning. And Chestnut, it was like, listen, we're eating these dogs no matter what, ESPN. Either you film it or you don't. We're eating the dogs.
Yeah, he said, you want to be a part of history?
Yeah, and he came out and he like hyped the crowd up. People went nuts, and then he ate like, I don't know, 64.
57
dogs.
64, I think, is his record.
No, I think 72 is his
maybe.
record.
What was this, like his 16th
championship
or something
like
ridiculous?
But he said they fucking like they with the buns, like they stale the buns now, and they're way harder to eat because the buns are stale.
They're trying to increase the
That's
competition.
crazy. You'd think if anything, it'd be like
more dogs the better. Like it's like juice baseball. Juice make the hot dog smaller.
Yeah. Right. Little Frankfurters.
What
summer sausages.
I can't watch it. It makes my
disgusting.
stomach turn. I don't know who people like always say like, oh, it's great, and I'm like, it makes me sick to my stomach. One, a naked hot dog alone makes me sick to my stomach.
The raw glizzy.
Yeah, the raw glizzy is gross. And
that's homoerotic.
I'm saying a plain one.
Yeah, you got to have ketchup mustard on that fucking thing, man. You have something to wet that boy down.
It looks like a boiled ass glizzy.
Not water.
Yeah, the water. Oh,
that's so fucking gross.
We had actually an interaction with Marty Griffin this weekend on social media. So Marty was posting like the end of the world's coming. Millions of people are literally sitting there watch people gorge themselves on hot dogs. And every comment was like, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I don't have time to watch it. So I just put up a comment and said, I love how knowing everyone on here has no time to watch the hot dog contest, but plenty of time to bitch on social media. So someone like called me out and like made a joke about like, oh, well, obviously you did. And I was like, well, yeah, my mom came in 3rd place in the regionals. Her dream was to always shove wieners in her mouth on TV. Yeah. And the dude couldn't do nothing but hit LMAO. That's great. Marty Griffin jumps in on it, and we get a little banter back and forth. And I say to Marty, I got a podcast. We're regulars on WDVE. We have a mutual friend, Dr. Dave, out in the North Hills. He replies, I love Dr. Dave. So don't be surprised if one week Marty Griffin's in here talking some shit.
About shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Marty's welcome. He's a friend of the show. He's batshit crazy, but that's okay. Who isn't? Marty went in on the south side this week, rightfully so.
Somebody get killed down there?
Yeah,
someone got shot. Killed.
What's it called? Just closed down.
Yeah, Carson City shut the doors down until the kids come back. It's a mess down there, and Ed Gainey is just instead of like addressing it or putting any kind of statement out. He's just talking about Beyonce not showing up.
And he's pretty upset. What do you think? He was going to get to meet her?
I think
he's like, I had backstage passes.
Yeah, you didn't hear a thing about, like, I haven't heard him say any. I could have missed it. I don't think I did him say anything about the South Side, but he put up this fucking like elaborate statement about how like deeply sorry they are about like Beyonce not making the trip because like
he got the
logistics at Heinz Field like weren't right or some shit like that. I don't know.
I don't think she sold out, and she was like, "I'm not."
Yeah, she sold out. She should have picked a smaller venue, and she was like, she canceled 2 places around here.
Is that why? Because she didn't sell out?
Yeah.
See, like, so they framed it as like logistically, like they couldn't build the stage that she wanted. See, like that's what I read.
She didn't sell enough tickets. She knew that in advance. Yeah. She said, "Screw it."
Well, that's crazy. She couldn't sell out here.
Well, no.
But I mean, there's a lot going. I mean, you had Taylor Swift, you had Ed Sheeran. I think there was a bunch of. I think it was pretty easy to get Ed Sheeran tickets.
Ed Sheeran, but they like. I mean, Beyonce's like. Is she crushing new albums?
I haven't heard
she's
any
Beyonce.
Yeah, she is, but like, she's not like. She's got like her old fans.
Yeah,
the young kids like her.
Right.
That's what it's all about, dude. That's who sells.
I haven't heard her on the radio in a while.
Yeah.
The South Side thing is crazy. Just real quick to touch on that again. I went down to the donut place Sunday to talk to them, and I found out this. Like, here's how they're trying to help Southside. Southside now on Sundays is the only fucking place in Pittsburgh you have to pay to park.
On Sunday.
On Sunday. Anywhere else in Pittsburgh where parking meters are at, it's free, except for Southside. So I'm like, how is that help? Like,
It's
obviously,
putting a stranglehold.
Yeah,
on
of
it.
course,
there's-
it's a big fuck you to the Southside business owners who are like, oh, you want to complain about this? Okay, well, now we're going to charge people for.
Yeah, the city's letting Southside burn. They
Yeah.
let the Strip burn. They
Yeah.
let Station Square burn. They're letting the Southside burn. It's like clear as fucking day. They're not doing a thing about it. It's
Right.
fucking mayhem down
There
there.
was
And
a-
it has been for the 3 past summers.
At least.
There was I just happened to drive through after a comedy show, and there's a dude in the middle of the street screaming at red. Had people at a red light. Cars were afraid to pull up to him, literally screaming at people to give him money. Like he was obviously like not in the right state of mind, but he had like 2 plastic cups, like just shaking both cups. I don't know if there's anything in each one, but just like, I need help. No one wants to help. And
I mean,
I'm like,
Southside
someone got to do something.
They always had their kooks. That was like made the Southside. The kooks were like part of the neighborhood, but like the shooting and like the other shit is.
You
just,
can't have people like scared to get on there and just like,
yeah,
it ain't worth
that's
it.
what it is now.
All right,
like,
yeah.
we'll see what these college kids come back. They usually rights the ship a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. It's
They're
going to
stay away from the South
Exactly.
Side.
Their parents are probably telling them.
They all live down there. Duquesne's so close.
Yeah, I understand it, but downtown's safer than fucking Southside at this particular juncture.
I don't know.
I mean the strip,
Downtown-
not downtown. I mean the strip.
Yeah, the strip.
Oh,
sure.
strip, yeah.
Did you guys do any fireworks for the 4th?
This year I didn't get into it.
So I seen this. America spends $2.7 billion each year on fireworks. Chicago spends $1 million. Philly spends 2.1. Boston spends 2.5. New York spends 6. Nation's capital, Washington D.C., spends $13 million a year on fucking fireworks.
Now, is that the people or is that the borough? Like,
I think it's like the displays.
Or the city.
the
Yeah,
city.
the city. Yeah,
Okay.
I always
right.
thought Boston was the biggest. Like what do you call it, the Boston Pops or something?
Well, I mean, they're
that?
second.
Yeah.
I mean, they're they're
Dude,
third.
you never know
Yeah.
you get into places like New
Two-
York.
yeah,
Why
it
is
wa-
it 6 in New York? Because everything's more expensive up here.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
New
yeah,
York, and
right.
it's huge. But
Right.
like DC, I get it's the capital, but 13 mil, geez,
no.
it's a lot.
You know,
Zambelli's
you know that
cleaning up.
politicians like them.
Yeah.
They need to bust up them contracts and take a little for themselves.
You didn't. So you like to spend a pretty penny on
Jaybirds
fireworks.
retired.
Yeah, and then I got into cards, but I started collecting baseball cards. But yeah, I would spend a decent amount of money every year. I had a buddy who went and got his firework license, so he's authorized to light off like the real fireworks. He does shows all across the East Coast, and he used to get me a really good hookup on really good fireworks. So I had to take advantage of it and buy like $1,200 worth a year, and that like I started like linking up with like like Turkman and like a couple dudes down below, and like we just it is a lot of fun. There is like a little, I call it a firework high. Like you light the firework and run, and then like it's a good time. I remember probably the funnest year lighting fireworks. I was with me, Rosado, Joe Gainey, and Davis, and it was like we were lighting fireworks, but Davis, God bless him, was like kind of a pussy about lighting them, and he would like stick it so far away, and then like we'd start running because ours would be sizzling, but his wouldn't hit.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And he'd start running. And he'd fall, and then like Gainey'd be like, Gainey was like, broken arrow, and like there's nothing funnier than your friend running from a firework he didn't light,
And then falling.
and then falling.
Fireworks are one of the, if you're gonna do it, you got to commit to doing it.
Yeah.
You gotta
he was
commit.
half-hearted. Like he didn't wait for the sizzle. He just would put the lighter
And
there
just
for a second
run.
and pull back and
He's
run.
there showing who's
I
right,
never.
dude.
I was scared. I was always scared to light them, so I never lit them. But like, if you're gonna do it, you got to commit
Yeah.
to doing it.
Once you light one, I mean, like once you like, it's so weird because like all you do is went to the store and bought them, but like one goes off, people are like that's fucking sweet. You like take credit for it, like I went and picked that one up.
I actually designed that one.
No, you just say I grabbed it.
I
That's
drove.
mine.
I drove to Ohio for that one.
Those are one of. That's
It's about
one of mine.
$20 right there.
We got snakes on the loose in Ross Township. Someone let go 4 pythons. Like,
That's unnecessary.
right by my house, dude. Like
Oh,
right down
man.
the
Watch your
fucking.
dog,
I know
cuz.
that's why I put it on here.
Yeah.
If I got I'll kill somebody, man. Little Paisley's out there gets wrapped up by a python. I'll lose my fucking mind, man.
I remember a snake got loose the one time out at the wave pool. Our boy Jay Gump pulled out his JJ purple snake. He wore them white swim trunks. He had a gigantic.
Them Umbros.
He had Umbros on with no underwear.
He had a fucking the most enormous cock I've ever seen. I'm like, dude, if my dick looked like I'd wear white see-through shorts too, you know?
Like JJ Stud, when you can see your dick, he was like, I know, instead of just tell them about it. I'd just be showing them about it.
What's it like? What pythons are they? The ones that like strangle you?
Yeah, they wrap you up.
They strangle you to death, then they eat you.
Then they swallow you.
Whole.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
basically,
it's
that's probably a small meal. Like, so
it's not
how did
ideal.
now? How do they know that they got loose? Did somebody see them? Did the person tell them?
Yeah, somebody let him go, and I guess somebody knew. They found one at the baseball field. And
Someone's
then, I guess,
ex-girlfriend was like,
somebody knew.
Steve's an asshole. He let 4 of them go.
And somebody knew and was like, hey, those belong to, if the weirdo in the neighborhood got a snake, you know who the snake guy is.
Yeah.
So they'd probably just figure. Our one boy used to have a crocodile. He let that fucking thing go somewhere.
Crocodile.
He had alligator, crocodile. I don't know, one of those fucking ones. He had a little one in a tank, and it was like, thing was mean as fuck, dude. You'd walk through his dining. It was in his dining room. You walk through his dining room, you just hear, and it would slam his head off the glass hard as fuck.
Trying to get you.
Trying to get you, dude. And like you forget about it sometimes, and like you'd be like walking into the kitchen and you'd scare the fuck out of you, dude, every time. Couldn't be a meaner croc, but I mean that he did have a croc in a fish tank, so
Yeah.
What do you feed the croc?
mice.
He was so ornery.
Mice, yeah. So yeah, you get a whole croc in a fish tank. I'd probably be a little miserable myself. Me and Z-Bird were talking. Do you think we should change the name of the podcast?
To what?
I don't know. I feel like we're starting to expand. We're getting a little bigger. We named it Greenfield's Finest Podcast because we just assumed nobody would listen. And we were like, all right, maybe we'll get a couple people that we know listen, and like we'll do this for 6 months at max and be done with it. We're on year 4 here.
Yeah,
Close
we're
to it.
going into year 4.
And I just, do you think the name Greenfield's Finest Podcast boxes us into a corner at all?
So here's what I'll say. Talking to the one person that I talked to on Twitter, it was saying those numbers are really good for a local podcast. And he said, what's a Greenfield's Finest Podcast? I'm like, well, it's just a neighborhood. I grew up in Pittsburgh, and we call it Greenfield's Finest. I said, I understand what you're saying, but do you understand what I'm saying? How would I know to even look that up? And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess it would be word. I was like, so far we've been word of mouth. He's like, and you've done well. He was like, just maybe to think about like expanding it, So if you're out there and you're like, obviously we have a great support system of listeners, and you think it's something, or if you think it's a terrible idea, either way, let us know. But if you have a name idea, shoot it at us. You never know.
Tweet it at us. Leave a voicemail. I get what he's saying. Like, I get that. But at the same time, like, other podcasts, none of us are famous.
No.
So you're not going to be, like, searching, like, John Rosado podcast. Nothing's gonna come up. Jack Welch podcast isn't going to, like, you know what I mean? It's like, we're not Joe Rogan. And then, like, bigger podcasts, Call Her Daddy, that's just a name. Two Bears, One Cave, that's just a name. Like, I don't know if the name necessarily matters. I think it kind of matters in Pittsburgh. Because like if there was a Carrick's Finest podcast, I'd probably stay away from it for a little bit until someone said like, hey, this Carrick's Finest podcast is funny. You know what I mean? Just because if I was fair, like, all right, these dudes are probably just talking about Carrick shit, and like Greenfield, we talk about it, but we just talk about our experiences growing up.
Point.
I don't know. I think we might be pot committed now. It might be too late to change, but it's definitely something to think about. I just don't know what to fucking name it.
I had an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, you want me to say it, or you want me to?
I mean, it sucks. I'm going to tell you it sucks.
I kind of thought like this is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I hate that.
All right, go fuck yourself.
Well, that's what. Like,
what's your idea?
I don't have one. That's what I'm saying. But like that sounds
go fuck yourself.
That sounds like a like Pittsburgh Today Live. Like, you know what I mean? That just
You're
sounds,
right. That makes. I'm glad we hashed this out.
Yeah,
You're right.
right. Like,
It does suck.
We need something a little more edgier than that. I just don't know fucking what it would be. I don't know if it necessarily matters either.
Right, and we're doing good, and plus with us getting on DV and as much as we're on, like we're catching. I would just be happy to keep growing at the pace that we're growing.
Sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but something to think about. You think of a cool name? Do you think if you had an experience where you didn't want to listen to us because you're like, fuck these nerds from Greenfield, before someone told you it was funny? Yeah, but I'd like to hear that story because I feel like that definitely has happened. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon are like pretty much having a cat fight on Twitter. Elon is shooting at Zuck. said they want to have a MMA fight. One
in the metaverse.
Yeah, and then Elon just wants to have a dick contest with Zuckerberg, which I like. I love just do you want to have a cock off?
Yeah,
you
he
know
did.
what I mean? Like, you know,
But I didn't like read it over and over. Like, is this a parody account?
I always am I getting tricked?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Elon's from South Africa, dude. He may have a fucking schwanz, dude.
I bet he does.
You know what I mean?
You don't offer the cock off unless you're not bluffing.
I feel like he's so rich he could just be adding baloney to his dick for years, like just getting it ready for a major cock off.
Yeah,
He's pretty tall.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Yeah, if
just sliding slices of baloney down there.
Do they do the old circumcision in South Africa? That gives you another couple inches.
Yeah,
It gives you. It adds girth.
Surely got a hood.
Yeah.
Let me check under that hood.
You never know how people are like react when you like ask them to have a cock off. Like when I challenged Greg Oden to a cock off in Vegas, like he didn't take kindly to that at all.
He was not a fan.
Did you have a cock off or no?
No, he's scared. He tried to like fight me because like made a joke
Over a cock off?
Yeah, because it was when Greg Oden like went viral for
What
his
a
fucking.
homophobe.
He put like a dick pic up. It went viral. His dick was literally like the size of a telephone pole.
That's
So
nice.
like we were all day. We were at like some Vegas pool party. I can't remember what the fuck it was at this point. I had a couple cocktails. He had a couple cocktails. It's the end of the day, and like he's like walking by. I'm like, "Hey, Greg, you want to have a cock off?" And like I would have my white swimming pool dick at that
That's
point.
pretty funny. Like,
Yeah, right. And
I
dude,
like it.
his security like hopped over, and he was like, "What you say, motherfucker?" Blah blah blah. And at that point, it was just like me and our one friend who's like very small, and I'm like, and like he had like a legit security team. And then I was like, dude, I was just making a joke. Like, get the fuck out of there. Oh, you think it's funny? But I was also with a bunch of Steelers. So the Steelers caught wind of it. They came over. We almost had a big old dust up fucking outside.
Like, I just want to see his dick in person.
They're like, Jack, what you do? I was like, I asked him to have a cock. They're like, Jesus Christ, dude. He's like, they like blindly stuck up for me because like, you know, because we were with them. But like, you know, black dudes in the gay stuff, they usually they just don't find it funny. They usually don't got a sense of humor like I do about
like,
that
what do you
stuff.
want to see my dick?
Yeah,
That's all he heard.
Yeah, that's what like. Is this weirdo asking to see my dick? Well, I kind of am, but in a funny way.
The funny thing is, like, he probably never in a million years thought you had reinforcements of NFL players.
No, what are the chances of that?
Like, this guy with a cock off, he's bringing over a middle linebacker.
Yeah, bringing over the whole O line. That's pretty much it. It was.
What if it had just been a giant cock off? This would.
I would have gone. It would have been a bloodbath.
You're just getting hit with dicks.
There has been shadows cast over me.
Would you have just dipped out? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, no, I would have did it.
All the dicks blocked out the sun.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, who cares about a cold water dick?
Did you guys download Threads?
Yeah.
So Elon's fucking up Twitter. So Zuck pretty much just stole Twitter and put it on Instagram. And it is so stupid. It's insane.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's terrible. I went on like twice. I got to delete it. It's so bad.
It's that bad.
If you'd like
It's
to
that
follow
bad.
Greenfoot's Finest Podcast on Threads, we have 19 followers.
Yeah.
But,
It's such a watered down. Like Twitter's bad right now, but it's such a watered down version. It's just like influencer after like, what's your favorite lunch to eat?
Yes.
Like, we're really Tebow, like fucking like everybody have a great day and let's pray together. Like, why is Tim? I didn't follow Tim Tebow. What's he doing on my fucking timeline?
Suggested for
Get
you.
him the fuck out of here. Like, would you rather run a mile or like swim a mile? What do you think? Like, dude, I'm gonna blow my fucking head off.
Yeah,
Get me
I'd
off
rather
this
hang
stupid
myself
fucking
on a
app.
bridge.
and I'll be honest, that it goes on so many platforms where it's like question, and I get it. It incites people to leave a comment. And
We
it
do
gets a
hypotheticals, but we do crazier
like funny
hypotheticals.
ones.
Yeah, right.
Not like, where would you guys rather eat? Like 6 Chick-fil-A's or 3 Big Macs? Let us know.
Applebee's
LOL.
or Outback. I love Applebee's.
Like, shut up!
Yeah, do you, Tim Tebow, you fucking geek.
Would you rather fucking eat root or fucking suck your old man's cock, you fucking weirdos?
Speaking of, you've been pretty horny on Twitter lately.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Because I said,
We're not cutting any of that.
first of all,
Let's go to voicemails.
no, fuck that. You ain't gonna fucking say something like that. Someone put up a comment that was saying they would not want to go on an expensive first date, and all I put up was I took my old lady to Steak and Shake for the first time, and then I greased her root, which was a fucking joke.
Dude, I know. Z-Bird just comments on her anything like that goes like remotely viral, trying to get the likes, the followers.
Yeah.
That's all. Relax.
Yeah, it's not like me like me commenting at women and shit.
No,
that sounded horrible, dude.
He's reposting porn.
Yeah,
I mean, never mind. Voicemail time.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Long-time listener, first-time caller. First off, you guys owe me $52.75 for the headphones. A couple episodes ago, I thought my headphones were broke. Turns out you guys just suck at radio. So maybe an idea for callers when they call in. Kenny kind of brought up the topic about jerking off into the sink, into a towel. I don't know. I kind of like the paper towels. Kleenex, get a little breakthrough with those, so I had to switch over to the paper towels. I love the golf talk. I hate you guys talking about fucking dogs. It's changed the way I look at my dog now.
Why do you want to
Pet
fuck
him
him?
the other day. He started backing
love
into
to
me.
fuck him.
I had to push him away. Get the fuck away. I don't know what you're doing. So, all right, guys. Greensburg to Greenfield. Peace out. Thanks.
Sounds like you want to fuck your
Doing
dog,
a great
buddy.
job.
You pervert.
I'll send you $52.75. Stop fucking looking at
Don't
your dog.
fuck that dog, dude.
Send it to the Humane Society.
Oh, no, I don't want to hear about old Yeller next call.
Yeah, just jerk off in the sink before you think about fucking that dog again.
Paper
Jeez
towels over
Louise.
Kleenex. Everybody
And
knows
we-
that.
Yeah,
We've
he's
been-
using the aloe Kleenexes.
And we've been making this podcast for well over 3 years. We did have a little technical difficulty. We apologize for the loudness. I don't know if it broke your headphones or not, if that was a joke.
No, he's saying he thought they
They
were
thought
broke.
because you were higher, we were lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try. We fuck up, man.
If you read it in the fine print, we are not responsible for your headphones or your dog's anus. All right.
What's up, guys? Water boy. A couple things. Didn't get to call in last week because, life happens. Kenny, you were fucking awesome, bro. Dude, you fit right in. Everything, all four of you flowed real well. Congrats, man.
He's got
Secondly,
shit on Sciulli.
my gear grinder is the Canadian wildfires. I am stuffed up beyond
He sounds like
fucking
hell.
belief.
He
We're a
does
little
sound like
more
hell. He
north
had a
of you,
bender
but
last
we were
night.
all into purple and red and shit like that. Before this year, when did you ever hear of it?
It's true.
I don't know. But you guys have a good evening. Happy 4th of July.
I jumped on the wildfire wormhole a little bit because people were you go on Twitter and they convince you anything. I'm like, dude, maybe these aren't happening.
Yeah.
And then I just Googled it real quick and it was like one live video after another live video
can
after
see it
another.
from
space.
Yeah, yeah, okay, it's on fire. Turns out fucking Joe Rogan could be wrong here, but
These might be real.
yeah, Sciulli was taking a shot at you guys. Did you listen to the Kenny episode?
I did. I thought Kenny did amazing.
Yeah, Kenny did great.
You know?
Kenny did great.
Yo, Big John from Virginia Beach. Jack, you dirty sheep fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, you bitch. You fucked me last week. What's up with that? I thought we were boys. Anyways, it's all good, man. Hey, Z-Bird, congratulations on getting engaged. And, hey, boys, I thought Kenny did a great job. Good job, Kenny. Fucking A. Oh, I also, surely we missed you, but Kenny, you did a great fucking job.
That's strike two for me.
Twisting the knife.
Any new spots I need to check out? I heard there's a big new brewery in the south side. You guys heard about that? Any cool joints?
I think it's
Anyway,
called
take
187.
it easy.
Yeah, if you're hit the south side, I do it in the daytime right now. Let those things cool down a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say by 10 o'clock you want to leave.
Why do you say congratulations?
Dude,
so
you
this-
gotta explain this. Just, I've been
So
fielding
many
questions
people
too.
said
Yeah,
it, dude.
so-
People can't read past the first line.
So I figured something out with another comedian. Like when you post a flyer for the show, the algorithm, it will not show it to people. It just automatically gets a reposted picture. It blocks it. No one gets to see it. So I posted a picture of me and Addie, and I was like, she said yes. And then I said, as in, yes, she's coming to Square Hill Sports Bar tonight to the comedy show. Link below for tickets. Can't wait to see everyone there. Thanks for here. Everyone said literally 100 people. I mean, it was probably like the most popular post I ever put up. It literally
congratulations.
Yeah, there was 1 million congratulations.
A couple, like 4 people laughed because they read the whole thing, but most people were like, congratulations. You know what I mean?
Even after somebody wrote, like, damn, people never read the whole thing. He didn't get, like, engaged. People kept writing, congratulations. Yeah.
Dude, people don't read shit.
No, they don't.
It's crazy.
That's funny as hell.
Greenfield's finest. What's up, boys? Joe from Darien, Utah here calling in. Just want to say I agree with cyclists and how big of a pain in the ass they are breaking the traffic laws.
Yep.
Anyways, that's all I got this week. Happy 4th of July to you guys and everybody back home in the Pittsburgh area. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, cyclists
I
suck.
hate cyclists as well.
Yeah.
That was a great. I mean, he got right to the point.
Yeah, he just fucking doesn't fuck with cyclists.
It didn't fuck his dog or anything.
Short and
it was
sweet.
Good.
What's up, boys? It's Kenny. So you guys come up twice now on the podcast about the Olympic sports fucking or Olympic fucking or whatever. Now, I'd like to sit here and say, if I got a chance to compete, I'd like to say that I would be like an endurance or like a style fucker, but if I'm being honest, I'd be a sprinter. I'm a speed fucker. And I gotta tell you, I'd probably be close to winning the gold. Or if they had potency of sperm was an event, I think I'd be pretty good on that. I mean, I got twins and first time without the goalie. First shot in, knocked her up again, so sperm potency, I might have a shot too, but definitely speed fucker. I'm taking the gold, I think. And that's not to brag, it's just to be
Kenny
honest.
looks like he got thick loads.
Malt.
That's so gross.
Yeah, like,
malt.
like milkshakey. Yeah.
Like the malt. Add the malt for
Yeah.
$1.50 and get the Kenny in there.
Yeah, it might not come flying out, but it's coming like this thick.
It's like molasses.
Yeah.
And then
Like
just,
pancake
gets
batter.
on those walls and just spreads.
His shit's like
It's
pancake
like, no,
batter.
it's like that shit great stuff. Like just a little bit comes out and it expands.
Yeah.
Like spray foam.
Like the foam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Good
Yep.
stuff.
Kenny got spray foam come.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for calling in this week. Also, remember, if you'd like to leave a voicemail, it's 412-438-8358. I promise you, if you leave a voicemail, it will get played on the show. We're starting to build up a little bit of a backlog of voicemails, which is freaking awesome. So keep calling in, and I promise you, your voicemail will get played. That's 412-438-8358. All right, everybody, we're taking a quick commercial break. Be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? If you're listening to Greenfield's Finest Podcast, you probably like to have a couple beers and maybe a couple party favors, and every once in a while you make that mistake and you'll get in your car. Next thing you know, you get pulled over for a DUI. You think you might be in trouble, but you're not anymore. You can call Catch a Lot, 412-456-1221. That's 412-456-1221. If the cops catch you, call Catchel. Let's just say you're out and about, though, and you get hit by a drunk driver, or any driver for that matter, and now you're injured. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there, be laid up, home from work, not have any money? I don't think so. You're going to call Catchel at 412-456-1221, and you're going to get paid.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're in the real estate market right now, if you're buying, selling, looking for someone to be a property manager, I know just the people. Carlson & Associates, located in the heart of Pittsburgh, Southside. Carlson & Associates, not just known in the Southside, they're known all over the Pittsburgh area, and they're great at commercial and residential, and they've got you covered. Call 412-431-1718 or visit their website at casouthside.com. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in the light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're looking to go out this week, if you're a guy or a girl and you're looking for something to do and you and your friends want to go out, why don't you check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street. Not only do they got some of the best drinks in the world, they got over 100 craft beers, and they absolutely have some of the best food in all of Southside. So check out 12 Whiskey Barbecue at 1222 East Carson Street if you want to go out and you want to have some good food and you want to fuck. I don't know about you, but shit's always breaking around my house, whether it's my washer, whether it's my dryer, whether it's my stove, whether it's my fridge. Something's always breaking. I used to have a handyman, but you can't rely on anyone nowadays until I find Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. They fix TVs, ovens, dishwashers, microwaves, and everything more. These are the guys that call, and they get the job done right. That's Primetime Appliance. 412-896-1395. And tell them you heard it on Greenfield's Finest podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? You looking for a fun night out in the South Side, but you don't want to get punched in your face? Neither do I. That's why I'm going down Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. You want to go somewhere, have a beer, hang out with some people, see some hot chicks or some hot dudes, but you don't want to get punched in your fucking face? Well, go down to Finn McCool's at 1501 East Carson Street. Have a good time and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest podcast. We're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Moneyline, who be Corn Dicking?
Brittney Spears. Brittney Spears is insane. They should lock her back up in her basement again. She was in Vegas at Catch Restaurant. Victor, how do you say it? Wembanyama was he's on the Spurs. He was the #1 pick. They're in a summer league, so he was at Catch as well. Dude, she ran up on him, like, from behind. He has security with him. They kind of, like, grabbed her hand, gave her a little backhand, like, get out of her. I don't think they knew. She ran up like a crazy cat lady, insane person. Yeah. So, like, their security's going to – if you're security and someone is running up to the guy you're supposed to be protecting, you're going to, like, throw your hand up, and that's kind of what happened. Yeah. But the headline was that Victor Wembanyama fucking pimp slapped.
Right, that's what they made it seem like. Like, she got straight smacked in her face.
This poor kid can't hit a fucking shot to save his life the first couple of games he's been in the fucking
they
summer
shut him down
league.
for the summer.
And then – oh, did they really already?
I think so.
Oh, man, that's rough. And then and then he's, got a headline that he pimps back Brittney Spears. Brittney's nuts,
What
man.
was Brittney just because she's about to just go throw it right at him?
Oh, she was going to fire that Coos right
at him.
I think she was like there with a boy. I mean, I don't think it matters.
That dude's like
maybe
7'5".
Unless she just wanted to meet him. I don't know.
Dude, I mean, at this point, you could be like literally the fucking fat guy at the poker machine, fucking at the bar playing 3-card poker, and like get a blowjob at Brittney Spears.
Right, but he's 7'4". She wanted a cock off right then and there.
Yeah.
I would not want to have a cock off with Victor.
No, sir.
No, you wouldn't want one with Greg Oden either.
Yeah, he's bigger than eagle tits.
What is cock?
But like, it's such a
the whole person.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What a fall from grace from Brittney Spears, man. Like she was on top of the world.
She's
for
crazy,
a long
bitch.
She's been crazy for a long time.
Right. When we were in high school, like that's when she was at her prime.
She couldn't be any more like. She couldn't have been any more popular.
When Oops, she did it again.
Yeah, she was so
even after
hot.
that. Like she still stayed to like the early 2000s, and then
she had that show in Vegas for years.
She had a rough 20 years, dude.
Yeah,
I know how that goes.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
Brittney, you're preaching
Sing
to
my
the choir.
Yeah. I was dancing with alcohol. I was loving drugs. And there was women. Oh, Lord, fat women.
We had the lady kook out on the plane because she thought she said, I'm getting off this plane because that guy isn't real. She thought he was like a reptile man.
Yeah.
And
she said his eyes blink sideways.
The poor guy was just like super high and had a hoodie on.
Yeah. Did you see the guy? He posted a video. He was like,
I didn't listen to it.
He was like, I don't know, man. She started like freaking out on me because I guess he had like a Freemason's emblem on his sweater.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm a Freemason. She was like, you're a goddamn reptilian.
Yeah,
you know what?
I mean, that's a long. I know some Freemasons. That's a long jump.
Yeah.
From Freemason to reptile man.
She doesn't look like a crazy though.
Yeah, but
dude, she might be high. Yeah. She might have ate an edible. She might have ate some mushrooms. Everybody's eating mushrooms for no reason.
That's what I was about to say.
They can either believe it or they cannot believe it.
And she's drunk.
Super.
But I am telling you.
She believes what she's saying right now.
Oh, she's 100% invested.
She thinks she's right.
Is not real.
That's
You know
enough
how much
Eagle
a
tits.
plane-
Everybody's seen
You
that
know how much a
fucking
plane
video
ticket
1,000 times.
costs, dude? For you to fucking just walk off the plane, you're throwing $700 away.
Were they
Easy
leaving?
peasy.
Were they leaving Vegas here?
No, they were in fucking DFW, Dallas Fort Worth. Bro.
Oh, okay.
She's fucked up.
Fucked
Yeah,
up.
she was all coked
What
out
is
of my.
she on?
Her nose is all red.
In fairness to her, 17% of Freemasons are reptile people.
17%.
Yeah, I did a search for it until I found out. So like, she had like basically like a
decent gripe.
Yeah, close to a 20% chance of being right. You know,
They
you shoot your shot.
This chick she like is in hiding. You haven't heard like a peep from her at all. You got like
She's
if this,
in rehab.
If this happens to you, you just got to retweet this like I was on mushrooms, and then it goes away, dude. And then it was like, okay, you're on mushrooms. You cooped out.
Yeah,
Like,
them was jokes.
like mushrooms on a plane. No fucking way.
Fuck snakes
dude.
on a plane, dude. Mushrooms.
Somebody's
on a
like,
plane.
eat an edible, go on a plane, you'll fall right to sleep.
No.
Quidditch
And then when you don't, you do that.
I've done.
What about the trip to Vegas when you guys with that?
Whoa.
That was a crazy move.
I seen a reptilian on that. I was ready to fucking ground myself, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, there's something on the wing.
You guys got the Vegas wired.
Wow.
Ready to roll,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Fucking, our friend came in sweaty, like, we can't take this on the plane with
Oh,
us.
my God.
It was like 5 in the morning, dude.
You guys, yeah, we got to Vegas. It was like 8, and you're like, dude, what's going on? I'm like, dude, what the fuck is happening?
I had a pretty shitty plane experience. I flew to Chicago for my cousin's wedding, and I remember like the night before, I'd fly with my Aunt Penny to Chicago, so I went to yesterday's for a couple beers. And I decided.
What's a couple 9?
Probably like 13. And I decided to have my one friend get me cocaine, Mom. And then I just like end up staying up all night doing blow.
Oh.
And then I got on the airplane and I'm like, oh man, this isn't going to go too great. And we got to Chicago and I remember my cousin's like very straight edge. And I was like, hey, Melissa, any of your friends going to eat coke?
As soon as you got there.
And I was drinking on the plane trying to level out. It just didn't work. And then they had a bachelor party, which was a Jack and Jill party. I waited 2 days. I was like, all right, maybe I can get some coke here. I by then fell asleep, got back to normal, but I felt like doing coke again. And then I was like, hey, let's party at this a Jack and Jill party is when the guy and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Everybody.
I'm like, that is the gayest. No offense to gay people. That is the gayest fucking shit ever. I'm like looking at dude, there's not gonna be any naked chicks, any cocaine. One dude had a one hitter, and they had like some board games.
Oh, that's brutal.
Me and my uncle Ray, R.I.P. Uncle Ray, went out to like this like ranch. We found some weird drugs there. You know what I mean? So it worked out.
That way, that's okay. Not like getting off the plane and just asking your straight edge cousin for cocaine.
Yeah, she didn't appreciate that. Baby.
How'd she respond to it?
She was like, "Are you staying in a hotel?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess so."
I
now."
guess so. Do they have cocaine at the hotel?
Did you get one for me?
Yeah.
The only way out of that was just to, like retweet that like I was on mushrooms, then it like goes away. But now she just looks like an insane person.
Dude, the one time
this went like people kook out on planes like all the time. This went super duper viral.
Yeah, but she fucking felt
truly
what she was saying.
believed
Yes,
what
yeah.
she was saying.
One time I fucking ate a couple edibles and I was like, dude, I'm gonna sleep the whole fucking flight. And like halfway through the flight, I'm starting to fucking freak out.
Did you?
Were you getting wacky?
I got a wild turkey to fucking call me, like trying
Yeah,
to bring
you
me back
gotta
to
let
earth,
fly,
dude. I'm
yeah.
like, because like I was like fucking, I ate a couple good old fashioned edibles and I was feeling no pain, and then it's like turbulence, and then I'm thinking, and then I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, edibles.
is this thing good? Like, dude,
I've never had a really bad experience with them, but like
I think I ate like way too many.
yeah, but there's been times where like my heart will start racing, and I'm like, all right, dude, you gotta.
You're having like a panic, like a
just,
mini panic
just,
attack.
Just chill out a little bit, cause you're fine.
I've had those on like the
But sometimes you
store-bought ones.
can't always talk yourself out of it. People are like,
No.
yeah, like
Yeah.
dude, like
when it's just weed, I feel like I can. When everything else like kind of you mix in, that's when like it gets a little.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. I can't breathe.
like I was on a 3-day bender the one time, and like I was hallucinated that there was like ghosts in my house, and like I believe that.
I've taken those before.
I believed that at the time, and then I woke up and I was like,
What is wrong with
Maybe
you?
I just been drinking for 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not totally sure.
You're hearing noises
yeah,
and
but
shit.
but you never know. You get so fucked up, you start passing on to the other side a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
I could have been close to death.
Going in the next dimension. Yeah.
I was fucking.
You dimension dweller.
You're dangling in the metaverse.
Yeah, it was. But at that time, I was calling people, freaking out. They're like, "Dude, go to bed." And I was like, "I can't. There's ghosts everywhere."
Like, Jack, take a Valium and go to sleep.
Yeah, no, I think I just kept drinking.
That's a
that same thing.
You just drank with the ghost.
Yeah,
like,
just drank through
Come
it.
on in, guys.
Yeah, dude, it was.
Are you guys good ghosts or bad ghosts?
Yep.
Were you actually? Was there like any point of acceptance where you were like trying
Yes,
to?
yes.
Like you were like, you know what? If you guys don't fuck with me, it's
I remember
cool.
saying, if you guys are gonna be cool, I'll be cool. And like,
Don't
dude,
start no
it was
shit.
fucked up.
Won't be no
I was,
shit.
I was full blown hallucinating.
I say it because I've been through a situation like that, smoking crack, and like,
Yeah.
it,
I don't know if I got drugged or what. It was
you guys
just,
wanna hit this?
It was just booze, but it was like a Sunday of like full. It was like a Saturday, wake up hungover, a full Sunday of drinking, and then like now it's like 2 a.m. and I'm still like drinking, and like that's when I started. Like,
Did you
hallucinating.
open the doors in your house because like you made me feel safe? I know, like I did.
No, I just
Wait
call
Wait
people
a second.
Yeah.
Did you say you opened the doors in your house to feel safe?
to try to let them
To
out.
let them out?
No, I opened like the front door, but the screen door was there, but opened all the windows. So I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why. I mean, dude, I was smoking crack, and I was like, felt like there was like little people in the house, and I'm like, I'm just gonna open the door, and then like I started pacing around this coffee table. I probably did about 7 miles, and then just paced around, and finally, like, you know what I mean?
They left.
No, I did some heroin and fell asleep, and like.
Oh fuck!
But I know what you're
It's
talking
just crazy. We're just talking about that lady kook out on a plane, and we just have two ghost stories for fucking being on booze and drugs, ready to roll, fucking right on deck. Jonah Hill's ex Sarah Brady accuses him of emotional abuse. Jonah Hill dated a surfer / model, and like, dude, this is what I don't like about this story. They dated like a while ago. So it's not like, and he just had a baby with another chick. It was like, he sent her this text, like, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, she is a model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, she's like a bathing suit model.
She's a model.
To post sexual pictures, back again, she's a model. Friendships with women who are unstable places and are from your wild recent past, beyond getting lunch or coffee or something disrespectful, I'm not the right partner for you, yada, yada, yada. These are my boundaries. Dude, Jonah Hill, I don't know who to... Like, dude, I don't like that this chick broke this story now because it seems like spiteful, but like, this text is so
It says it's from
stupid.
2021.
Right, they dated years ago.
He just had a kid with
but he
somebody
just had a
else.
kid with somebody else.
Okay.
And she
So and
posted
then
it.
she put this shit out now.
I think like I
So
get,
that's coming. She's being spiteful.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be like, I'll give him credit for having some communication skills and being honest and upfront. Do I agree with everything he's saying? Not really, but like, at least the dude put it out there. He's not a fucking simp. He's
But I
like,
mean,
it's
how's that really like a simp? Like, what she's like?
No, I'm
you
saying he's not
you
a simp.
found her on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, and now, like,
You're
that's
saying,
how
you're
you
saying
found
it's
her.
like if somebody like dates a stripper and wants them to quit.
Yeah, it's like it's a dating a baseball player and saying you can't play baseball because girls want to blow
He
you.
shouldn't say to
Well, yeah, you hang
Amar-
out with your old whore friends. He said everything really respectfully and nice.
Yeah.
You got to read through the lines here.
He's like saying like basically don't
Surfing
be,
with dudes that
don't
are
be
better
a
looking
whore.
than me.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, let me
It's
translate this. It says, "Don't be a whore."
Yeah, more or less.
Don't hang out with your whore friends when they're doing
Yeah, don't be a
whore
whore
things.
with your whore friends.
I just picture him like sitting down with his therapist and like going through this text, like put your boundaries down, like it's good for your mental health. Shut up.
That's exactly what it sounds like. Now that
Yeah.
you say
Yeah,
that,
like
yeah.
But you're right though, John.
Be a
You
man,
nailed it.
bury your feelings.
Yeah, what is
No,
wrong
I
with
mean,
you?
like I said, it could have went way worse than what he put.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is like what this girl.
If you
did.
need to act like a pig, we can't date.
This girl, but that's what
Right.
she like did. So it's just,
well, he don't want her to be
She
a
was
pig
like, "I was a
anymore.
pig
I
when you
guess.
met me."
Yeah,
I don't know.
clean it up.
And we don't know the other
Tighten it
side
up.
of it.
What
She
if you're a girl with like, you know what I mean? Everybody got a past. People don't want you to act like your past selves all the time.
She might have said something like, just be honest with me. What do you expect out of this relationship for us to stay together? We don't see that part.
Yeah.
Plain
I
and
don't
simple.
know. He comes off like he's like a big
If
feminist.
you're
and all this stuff.
unstable.
It looks like they're wearing matching
friendships with women.
blazers in this
Yeah,
fucking
they
picture.
are.
Friendships with women are unstable. That's fantastic.
I'll be like, here's number one: don't wear a matching
You
blazer.
can go
with
get
me
coffee
ever.
with them. That's it.
He sort of looks like a bisexual yoga instructor right there.
Yeah, he freaks me out with
They
that
got a
blonde
lot
hair.
of taco meat.
Yeah, I don't. They try to paint Jonah Hill as like this cool guy. I just think he's a dork at the end of the
I
day.
can't. I reject your deposit there.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
feel
he
like
might
most
be.
people in Hollywood like just are.
Yeah.
What, nerds?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
nerd weirdos. Costco's dropping the hammer on people's family and friends that share cards. Zebra, are you a card sharer?
No, I would if someone really needed it, but I do like that they're doing this because it's gotten fucking completely out of control.
How are they doing? Are they going to start checking the pictures?
Here's what they do. From now on, whenever you go to, obviously the regular cashier will check your card, but when you go to the self-checkout, people were getting away with murder. Because they would start, and here's why the problem was. Someone would go up there, not have a card, see you have a card, and say, oh, can I use your card?
That's bullshit.
That's why this all started.
That's bullshit. Costco shouldn't be the corn dick.
How do you
so
even
that's
get
not-
in? You're
so
supposed
that's
to check
not
your
much
card on the way
friends.
in.
Well,
Yeah, but all they do is look at the front of your card
They
when
don't
you
look
go
at
in.
shit when
Nah,
you
that
go
guy
in.
don't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't.
You could show him your driver's
They
license.
shouldn't even have them there anymore.
Nah, he's going through the motions.
Yeah.
But I think they do that to deter some people. But I've been there.
What do they lose out of it?
Who?
Costco.
Membership fees.
Well, people get pissed. They're like, this
Membership
person's fucking
fees.
bothering me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not
I'd be
only
pissed.
that, I'm paying a fee.
I'd be
he's
pissed if
not.
somebody asked me to use their Costco card in line. My Costco card in line. Like you're in front of me. Oh, I forgot my card. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
But then what are you supposed to? No, I don't have it on me. You're just like, no.
Well, no,
No.
you probably give it to him, but like it's bullshit.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to
No
be
one
happy
ever
about
asked
it.
me. No one ever asked me, but I
Would
see.
you shut it down?
Yes, I'm
Well,
confident. But no, man, I ain't doing
Like,
it.
dude, I'm a platinum member, guys.
Yeah,
You
I
ain't
follow the
touching my
rules.
shit.
I am a rule follower, so I don't know.
See, I don't go in the self-checkout line
I do.
there, so I wouldn't have to worry about it.
I was against it for such a long time, but like now, like there's such.
I'm not making too many small runs down there. If I go down there, I'll be leaving with like 30 items, dude. It's a mess.
Yeah, I haven't
Then
done
I
it in
agree
Costco.
with
I'm not
you.
doing that
Yeah.
myself.
I'm a 6-item guy.
Yeah, 6 items I could probably handle.
Home Depot, I'm probably self-checking out.
Everything. They kind of
Plus-
make you.
Yeah, they kind of make. That's what they kind
And-
of make you everywhere. And
I
you
guess.
And sometimes
Plus, I
fall
like-
through the crack.
and you could steal there.
I like- yeah.
Well, you said
Damn
that.
right.
Home Depot. Home Depot. If you're self-checking out, they know you're gonna
Of
steal
course,
a
I'm
thing or
taking
two.
a Twix
But
with
I
me.
Yeah,
tried
right.
to. I tried to scan this DeWalt. Me and Mike were
Dude, I
just
love
right
using
here.
that little scanner, though. I do kind of like you.
Yeah, you little gun, boom, boom.
I'll scan other people's shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be buying wood. I'll go to like Gladys. Like Gladys ain't gonna count this wood. She always
It's like,
fucks
hey,
it up.
Gladys, there's 7
Yeah.
2x8s.
It looks, it
There's
looks like
14 of them.
looks like 11.
There's
Like,
a
no.
fucking
It's
house.
like a whole pallet.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a fucking house.
Lady was driving in Hawaii. She was lost. She followed her GPS so much, she followed it down a boat ramp into the ocean. That's how dumb
Good.
this lady
That's
was.
called thinning the herd.
There's I have a couple of these fitting the herd ones when we get through these. Yeah, you're right. Survival of the fittest here.
Yeah, that's
That-
good. What is
she
that?
was
Darwin.
She was in the ocean in her car and was like blaming other people. Like, and she still wasn't.
She's like,
she was
beep, beep.
sinking and like looking around like if she was in the right place. People were like, dude, you got get her window down. Like, get out of your car. You're about to die.
She was like, "Do you guys know where Pacific Ocean is or
Yeah,
no?"
you know, like you're in it.
Where's
You're in it.
Chick-fil-A at?
Yeah. I've been guilty of like following my GPS probably like when I shouldn't, but only for a minute.
Everybody's
and
made
then I
a wrong
realized,
turn
yeah,
or
right,
something.
yeah,
I never
Like,
went
yeah,
off-roading.
Yeah, like the signal's off or something.
right,
This
yeah,
thing's a mess.
right. You figure it out pretty quick.
Dude, Johanna's phone for some reason turned off like all highway roads and toll roads the one time,
Oh man,
and we're going home. I'm like,
country
this isn't right. Why does it say it's taking so long? There can't be like,
She said avoid
I'm like-
tolls and highways.
yeah.
You were on a gravel
Oh,
fucking
dude,
road.
we took the most back way home from like Butler one time. I'm like, this is
Oh,
crazy.
you got to watch back.
Dudes
dude.
were hanging deers on her porch.
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Y'all want some
That's what
vittles?
she probably did. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to get in a boat and sail across.
she made that turn like into the water confident. She was just in
Was
it.
this
like,
there's a video of this?
yeah, it's just her like sinking.
Was it
Fat
like a
white
Tesla,
lady.
like a self-driving car? She
No,
was
no,
looking
she
for
made
the
that
top
turn
motherfucker.
She was looking for the Titanic.
Yeah.
I heard there's tours right here.
We have a guy who isn't a fan of his wife breastfeeding in front of his brother. You think that's weird? Breastfeeding in front of her
I
brother?
think that kind of
What,
is.
like pulling the titty straight out and then popping the bit?
and then just making
Yeah.
constant
or
eye
are you gonna put like
contact.
a little blanket over?
I'm saying not pull. So we'll go with this: not pulling the titty out in front of your brother, but just having your brother come in the room and like sit down and your lady's breastfeeding with like nothing over it, just like titty out.
Well, that's weird.
That's
Usually you
weird.
see them have the hood or like
That's
they
weird.
got the
That titty's
thing.
gonna flare up around that time. You still see a lot of titty.
There's a lot of titty.
I've walked in
The nipples all
on
dark.
on one of my dude, I didn't mean to. I walked into the room and one of my kids'
Joe
friends
Jose.
were breastfeeding. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
Girls, you care about us taking
But
drag
one-
off
One of your kids' friends was
No, one of my friends' wives was feeding their kid.
We had to clean that up.
And I
there.
I was all over the place. And I walked in and I was embarrassed I seen her naked.
Yeah, no, it's weird. I thought,
Yeah.
People used to. I mean, restaurants, people do it. It's
There's a right
whatever.
way and
Do
a
what you
wrong
gotta.
way.
Yeah, there's a right.
you
Do what
know.
you gotta do, but
that's
it's a little jarring.
Right, but some women are like, fuck that.
But every time
no. If you put that little blanket over the kid's head,
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like waiting tables at Bravo and like go to drop a check and like the titty would be out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
you're seeing about 90.
How's your pasta Diablo?
Right, if you're seeing about 95% of that titty,
Yeah, if you get a silver dollar nickel.
if that's all you're missing is the niblet that the baby's sucking on. It's not much.
It's not. It's a lot of titty.
Yeah, but if every time your brother walks in a room, your wife starts pulling her titty out and making eye contact
it starts
with your
happening.
brother,
It starts happening all the time.
there's a problem.
Wouldn't
Your
it be
brother
on the
starts jerking
brother
off.
to kind of like turn around and be like, oh, my bad?
Yeah.
Right. Like if she
Yeah.
comes in the room and just like pop.
He's like, so how's that going over there? Nipple
Yeah,
sensitive
he's
at all?
going to be a big boy.
He ain't
this was like
lactose intolerant.
It was like a big story. That he like got in. I'm pretty sure this guy's fucking his brother's wife. Like it got pretty deep. So that might be going on.
He's like, I mean, the breastfeeding was like one thing. He's like, but them having sex all the time is
that
another.
made me really uncomfortable. DoorDash driver curses out lady for giving him a 25% tip on a $20 order. He goes and drops it off. He's like, nice house for a $5 tip. Dude, these
25%, dude. That's you're getting more than you deserve already,
right.
pal.
These delivery drivers are, I don't
The
know
balls
what
on them.
they do got some balls on them, man.
$5 is a good tip.
Yeah, on a $20 order? Fuck
Right.
yeah. What do you want? You want $10 on a $20
We want me to
order?
double what you
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
What do you what
There's
are we
already
doing
service charges too, right?
Here? Yeah, right. And you're also getting a percent of that drive. So like I don't
And guess what? If that's such a big deal, how about this? Get a better
Get
job.
another gig.
Yeah, start breastfeeding in front of your brother's fucking wife.
But yeah, I don't like you hear this like a decent amount where like you hear delivery drivers like motherfucking people for like for like fair enough tips. Like dude, 20%, 20%. That's the rolls.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm in a restaurant where you're fucking refreshing my water, getting me
And
a
I
beer
feel like
or something.
right. And I feel like back in the day, that wasn't even like 20% on delivery was never a thing. It was usually like $5, $6, $7 no matter
Right.
what.
Dude, if you ordered a pizza back in the day,
you were getting a couple bucks.
a couple
Like
bucks.
$3
right.
was
There's
acceptable.
inflation now.
Right, you got to be
But
$5.
It's getting a little crazy. Yeah.
I tipped a dude $6 the other day on a couple pizzas, and he left, and I was like, dude, was that a fucking enough? You know, I kind of felt like bad, bad about it.
But now you've taken into account like your order. If you get fucking 3 pizzas and 2 hoagies and it's fucking $75, you can't throw a Finsky. Like, that's out,
right.
You know? But
so
on
that's what
$20,
that's my point. It's working in delivery people's favor because I now think most people tip on the bill where that definitely wasn't the case back in the day.
You would tip the same. Well, not the same, but almost equivalent to what you
But
would
20
waiting at a
right.
restaurant.
Like you said, 20% was for like a waiter who busted her ass.
Yes.
Refilling your drinks.
Yeah.
You're giving 20% on what? Picking up the order from the restaurant?
And dropping it off at my house.
I can't do it.
And they may or may not have eaten some of the shit.
They might have ate the sheep
What's
nuts.
like that's like you're just paying 20% more for what they like packed it up and put it away. You give it a tip for that.
Nice house for $5. I'd throw a beer bottle.
Like it
at
sure
him.
is.
How you think I got this nice house?
Speaking of thinning the herd, dangerous TikTok trend of jumping off the back of a speedboat while a speedboat is going full speed, and people are snapping their necks instantly.
4 people dead, right?
4 to 6, they said.
Yeah, you ever jump into
In
a
Alabama.
fucking water that hard?
Concrete.
It
like,
is. It
yeah,
literally
so people
Are these the people that died?
Yeah, these people doing it. So yeah, that speedboat's wide open, and then people are just jumping into that and they're snapping their necks
the
immediately.
force coming out of the back. You got to figure it's propelling the boat to do 50 miles an hour.
Right.
The dude on the left, I don't think made it.
Yeah,
He's upside
also
down.
out there. I mean, it's a cold picture.
Well, it's the last picture.
It's the last picture. Like that guy doing the flip, he's fucked.
The fat dude, he got no body control. He's gonna get
and he looks
it's
skinny
gonna be like
fat.
a tornado for him. When he
Yeah, this
lands in
chick
there.
with her legs, like she's in big trouble
She's
here.
gonna, yeah, her knee.
And then
she's
this chick on the boat taking the selfies, having everybody jump off the boat, having the time of her life.
She's killing her whole family.
Yeah, her whole family's dead now.
That's all four right there.
What is this? The murder yacht?
Yep, that is stupid. You guys ever have a boating accident? I had a pretty serious one the one time.
Nah.
We were in Deep Creek. We were on a pontoon boat, so like that kind of like definitely helped us. We had a pontoon boat. We were just cruising Deep Creek Lake. We had a couple people on the tube. We weren't going fast. We were just like towing them, like hanging out. Burns is sitting on the back of the boat, and like he's not sitting on the seat. He's sitting on like the next part up, and he's up top there. And there was some slack on the boat. And, like there was two people out on the water on the tube. And Dino was like, dude, watch this. He guns it. He was just trying to flip the people on the tube off. So Dino guns it. Fucking the slack fucking on the boat obviously fucking uncoils quick.
Catches Burns' leg.
No, wraps around Burns' chest. Rips Burns off the back of the boat. He flips over. He missed the propeller by like
millimeters,
inches, dude.
Jeez, oh, man.
Dude, I thought he was gonna come up with no fucking head. I'm looking, about to jump in. He comes up. He was like, I didn't even lose my slippers because he had like sandals on. Burns still has a scar from it.
That's in the chest.
Dude, the rope wrapped around his whole entire fucking around his whole chest.
Yeah.
He had rope burn. He still has a scar from it.
Dino
It was
scared
insane.
as fuck? Like
Everybody was, dude. We were like, dude, we thought Burns was fucking dead.
Shit, I was just gonna say, one time we were on a boat and people got caught in the current and were like going down to Allegheny, and
They have life jackets on.
yeah, but everybody thought it was a joke, dude. And then my brother-in-law threw the rope to them. He threw it like a little girl, and it was like splash. And everybody's like laughing. Like there's like 5 boats tied up.
Yeah.
I had to dive in and save these motherfuckers.
Dude, boating can get real quick, dude. If you're like fucking around,
you know, I had to save his ass and this other chick.
It cannot. It could get real. You get real quick. Brother in arms, Hunter Biden filmed himself smoking crack and driving 170 miles per hour.
That's living.
That guy's having fun, man.
I mean, he was on his way to prostitutes.
And then he went. He was. He was driving to Vegas with
Sex
a prostitute.
party.
Yeah,
What
for
are
a
they gonna
sex
beat?
party.
They ain't gonna beat her all
Yeah.
night.
Well, he got kicked out of the sex party. Get too handsy.
He was breastfeeding.
But then he goes to the White House for the 4th of July party, and they find some coke in the White House.
They find
he looks so cracked out at that White House
Dude, the
4th of July
funniest thing
party.
is that he did
was
coke
just talking.
everywhere.
Oh, dude, like
He was in like 7 different locations.
Hunter is a major liability.
So
This
Joe
is-
Biden, like she walked, and Joe Biden just gave her like, "Your son's such a piece
Yeah,
of
it's
shit."
just like such a disappointed
Like,
look.
please get away from me.
This is days after of like the smoking crack and the 172 miles per hour like flying. Like,
And then they found the coke.
And
in
then
the
they
White
found
House.
the coke
And
in the
like,
White
I don't
House.
know whose it is. Could be anybody.
And like, dude, that's like finding coke in the White House is that's a story,
They
dude.
were like,
Me and
who's
Z-Bird were
doing-
talking today, like, dude, like, but like somebody does that much, like, do you really think he's gonna lose it?
Yeah,
well, he has so
You have
much.
that much?
That's what we. I mean, there's.
Yeah.
But
Hunter Biden got a coke guy that go get some. He gets some clean, good,
They were like,
fucking
who's
pure
doing-
coke.
who's
Because they
doing
can't have
coke off
Hunter Biden
GW
just like getting
statue?
street coke.
But I'm saying,
No, he's
like,
getting good
for
coke.
instance,
Straight
like,
crack.
there's been times where I didn't leave my
No,
house.
we don't know that.
Well, no, we do because these videos him smoking.
Yeah.
crack
Yeah, it could
as
be
well.
from his crack guy.
But I mean, like, I just know myself. Like, I didn't leave my house. There's been times I lost drugs in my own house before. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
Like, where's my coke at? I didn't go anywhere but the coffee table. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like pacing around like a
I mean,
psycho.
being the president's son ain't a bad thing. Like you got coke on demand by the Secret Service bringing it to
You
you.
can tone it down
You know
a
what I
bit.
mean? Well,
Do your
yeah.
dad a favor.
Turn up.
Yeah, right. Turn down.
I
for
don't
what?
think he has any.
He don't give a fuck.
He's on a different
How
planet.
old is Hunter Biden?
Old enough to party.
He's like in his 40s, right?
He's gotta be 50.
50.
Yeah.
Gotta be 50 by now.
He ain't slowing down at all.
No,
He
Dude,
really-
didn't he like?
I don't think rehabs.
I think he like after his,
Joe said, "Go to rehab." Hunter said, "No, no, no."
And like, oh man, I don't know.
yeah, that's
Like-
a whole podcast in itself.
Joe,
right there.
Joe got he got an election to win coming up here next year, and like Hunter's just fucking fucking him every chance he gets.
Unless they play it like Hunter goes nuts until the election, then he goes to rehab. Like, listen, my son has a problem.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm worried about my son.
Yeah.
He's like, my dad always says I'm fucking a nobody. Well, fuck him. That's fucking telling me I'm a loser.
I mean, that video, like, it looks like he does a little line off his fucking finger, dude.
At the end, he's like,
right. What a lunatic.
Did he have the pinky nail? Like,
Rick Ross had a 4th of July party. He had everybody around. He had hundreds of people there. Had them all around his pool. So he was like, I'm gonna do my double, triple decker dive. So he's like, I completely made it up. So Rick Ross calls all these people around to watch him dive off the diving board. He gets on the diving board, does one bounce, goes to do another one. His knees completely gives out and he falls in the water. You got to know your limitations once you hit a certain age.
Yeah.
And like, this is it. Like, look at all these people watching. And he's like, yeah, I like made it up. And he's like, my knee like just completely gave out. And once you get in like your 40s, man, you gotta
those knees give out sometimes.
Yeah, they're gonna go on you.
You see the one guy at the
shape.
Dude, there was another guy in them bleachers. You see him? His knees just
Oh
popped.
my god!
His knees just gave up on him.
So what was that dude doing? Was
he was going down to yelling at ump?
He was. I think he got removed for yelling at the ump, and that's why he was going out. And then his knees just fucking buckled on him. That dude tore everything in his knees, and then he couldn't get up, and his wife had to go like help him or like whoever he was with. Super embarrassing moment. That looked like a high school baseball game or something too.
Yeah,
it didn't look like there was too many people there.
Dude, we were talking about like diving today. I think like the craziest thing was that Croft story where Croft ran across the high dive at fucking Settler's cabin, and almost landed on the concrete.
On the shallow, yeah.
Dude,
in the concrete.
He almost landed. He almost ran out of the pool.
Out of the pool.
You know how like he ran off the top, like just sprinted. And his legs were like moving as he was going, and like it was like he landed maybe
run out of room
5 feet before the end of the pool.
I see
before certain death.
Chance did something like that out there too. He just like. Dudes were nuts, man. They would do gainers, but those lifeguards would lose their fucking minds, man.
Dude, I'm the worst flipper gainer. Like I
can't do any of that
I tried
shit.
a diving board front flip once and landed directly on my back.
I'll jump off that shit, but I'm penciling.
Yeah, I'll do like a dive like head first.
Not off the top.
No, I will not. No, I
I'll
won't
pencil.
I won't do any of that.
Day,
I'm not doing the triple ending, dude. like, dude. But I did try to do like the front flip because Yogi was doing it. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do one. I went to do it. My body just won't let me go all the way around. I just landed right on my back.
That shit hurts.
And that's all you always hear is people go, ooh.
That's the best when you try to show off and you do it and you end up splashing your spinal cord.
I love Back to School.
Yeah,
I might smoke some weed and watch Back to School tonight.
Great movie.
It is a great movie. Chinese man moves to airport because his family wanted him to stop drinking and smoking. So he's like, I'm fucking out of here.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. So he moves in the airport. He gets a government allowance every month. He uses that to drink and smoke as much as he wants.
This is in China?
It's in Beijing. He's been doing it for 15 years.
What?
And sometimes he gets booted out of the airport, but he always just manages his way back in. So he must be like cool with the staff. Or they just like, look at this guy. You got a fucking
living
full
like
blood.
a
He's
king.
making ramen
He's
noodles.
just eating rice. He's like, all because like they wanted him to stop drinking and smoking. He's like, dude, fuck you. I'm not doing that. I'll move to the airport.
Is that a big bottle of liquor behind
got
him?
bars and food there.
He got a handle right behind him.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck, dude.
YOLO.
Yeah, you got to live on your own terms.
What's he drinking? Sucky.
Yeah,
He looks all fucked up. Holy shit.
yeah, he's smashed.
Dude,
He's
he has
living
like,
like
a
a king, though.
cot.
Look how
Could you
much food.
imagine giving your husband an ultimatum like that? And he's like, I'll just go live in the airport, you idiot. For 15 fucking years.
He got pots there. Like, where's he cooking this shit at?
Yeah, no,
He
he did
takes
go
his
on the
shoes off.
stove. He's home.
Oh,
you don't take your shoes
Warm
off
and
your
cozy.
ass?
I can
He
drink
looks
and
like
eat.
he
Yeah.
looks like he's smashed, dude. He got that fucking like 3-day ring under his eye.
Yeah, he probably smells like hell.
Oh, yeah.
Fish sauce and fucking sorrow.
Smells like Hunter Biden's underpants.
We had a woman get her leg stuck in the moving walkway at the airport. She had to get it amputated. Did you see a picture of that?
No.
So you know those like moving walkways airports
yeah.
got? Somehow she got her whole leg caught. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
How the fuck? Oh, what in the
She had to
hell?
get it
She had
amputated.
to cut the fucking thing off.
How did
leg.
it get
Her
pulled
leg.
in there?
I don't know. Like, dude. I
Does she don't have bones?
I don't know if it like caught like some like I don't know. It is brutal.
That one piece
I don't know if
doesn't
it
have a
caught
safety.
caught her gene or what. Yeah.
On the far right, that one piece is missing the safety.
Tell you what, she got some money coming, but she lost a leg.
Yeah, she got a
Ever
leg.
going up them when you were a kid, and dude, your mom would always be like,
You would try to
shoelace
like
your
gets
foot's gonna
stuck.
get stuck,
Yeah,
or
you're-
like,
yeah,
you lose the sole of your shoe.
I
Yeah.
don't think her mom told her
you
that.
always
We
see,
always jumped over it.
You always see kids. You always see like dads or moms like with their kid at the airport trying to kill time, having them like play on the walkie moving
Stupidest thing in the world.
It is really stupid.
You know what? I
That
do
shit's
let them
dangerous.
walk besides it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look how fast they're going. Look how slow you're walking.
Racing.
Run.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's a way better.
Man, that shit was up to her like her fucking
Oh,
thigh.
dude,
Yeah, she got fucked.
I can't believe they couldn't like do something for the machine to like.
Or it wouldn't automatically
cut this-
stop. Like,
cut
there's
this
no
fucking
There
machine
should
off.
becomes like safety precautions.
as soon as it like locks, it should have fucking just.
I believe they're working on reattaching it. At least that's what they were trying.
How are you reattaching
Yeah, I
it? It
don't
looks
know
like
about
ground
that.
meat.
It's on the hanger.
Yeah, it looks like goddamn pork dumpling underneath there.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's take a little break.
All right, everybody, we take a quick commercial break. Be right back with Greenfield's Finest Podcast. You might recognize my voice from Greenfield's Finest Podcast, but you'd recognize my face more from Rosado and Sons Landscaper, where I've been an employee for over 5 years, where I work with owner-son John Rosado. If you're looking for quality landscaping, pressure washing, snow removal, and lawn maintenance, which includes fertilizer, grub control, weed killer, call 412-521-9045. This isn't some pop-up operation. They've been in business for over 80 years. So if you want good quality work, call Rosado and Sons Landscaping at 412-521-9045. Tell them Z-Bird sent you and get the special discount. Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Did you just get the bad news that your girlfriend's fucking your neighbor? Well, it sounds like a pretty shitty situation. I got just the answer. Miracle Movers. You need to move in a hurry? Call Miracle Movers, 412-419-2620. They're fully bonded and insured, and you're not taking any risk like you are with your whore girlfriend. So call Miracle Movers at 412-419-2620 and get out of that house before you catch any STDs. Did you just walk into your bathroom and take a giant shit and realize that your bathroom is a giant pile of shit? Well, I got the answer for you. Bath Factory and Window. You dream it and they build it. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. From your bathroom to your windows, transform your home with Bathroom Factory and Window. You can also find them at bathfactoryandwindow.com. Hey, what's going on, folks? I don't know if you knew this, but the number one reason people get lawsuits against them when people come over to their house is faulty steps, faulty sidewalks. What are you going to do about it? Your house is a walking booby trap. Well, you can call Giuseppe and Sons. Need your sidewalk and steps fixed or replaced? Call Giuseppe and Sons at 412-421-6711. And if you're looking for any masonry work in the Pittsburgh area, these are the guys you can trust. That's 412-421-6711. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Angry Johnny, what's grinding them gears?
All right, this is a couple weeks back since we've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but me and Z-Bird are cutting grass the one day. This lady keeps looking back at me. And I'm not thinking anything. And I'm finally, what's up? And she, oh, I'm sorry. She's I thought you were somebody else. I'm okay, no big deal. It happens. Then she stops and comes over. She's no, look, I thought you were this guy, shows me a picture of him. There's this bald dude with a beard who looks like he's number 2 for Al Qaeda. And I'm oh.
So it wasn't even a famous person. No. It was just a guy.
It was just I don't even know. It was the most random picture ever. I'm oh yeah. She's don't you see it? I'm no.
Fuck you. As a matter of fact,
I have a hat on. And I'm clean shaved. What are you talking about?
It was a guy on a most wanted list, 100%. And she was just she tried to stop John. She tried to stop John. Hold on. She was taking a risk.
She was she was about to make a citizen's arrest.
Yeah, she was about to make a call.
Yeah, that's funny.
She was say something, say something.
She wanted to see your reaction when she showed a picture of your face.
Dude, I me and Deeper. I'm just
it looked nothing like.
What do you It's not even close.
It looked like JD.
I was gonna say,
Al
Qaeda.
JD. Yeah,
JD with a shaved head.
Yeah,
that would have been funny.
The dude had a face tat. The dude had a
Dude,
face.
it was like the most ridiculous. Like she thought we were like, oh yeah, I could see it. We were both just like.
It had to be awkward interaction.
She lifted his shirt up so he
Very.
didn't have a suicide vest
How does
on.
that end?
I
She
would
just
say
walk away?
We just kind of like mumble, like, oh, okay, and she walked away. Like she was like, no, like she was like trying to like. I think like she was open for more like talk, but I was just like, this is you're an idiot.
She was interrogating you.
Well, she was excited, I think, to have someone to talk to. She caught a criminal, and she was going to go viral.
She
and
was
then-
like, well, I am a psychology minor back in 73, so I could probably get the juice out of you. She interrogated you at a light.
Surely, what do you got? I mean, surely.
I don't know.
You gotta, oh, yeah.
You lost me back in 73.
I forgot we were doing a podcast there for a second. You have a month worth of gear, a month worth of gear grinders.
Yeah, I'm
here.
gonna start this week in chronological order. So this week's gear grinder is when I was on my way home from Texas. We're sitting in the fucking airport, and there must have been like some storms in like Nashville or some shit. So there was a ton of planes that were delayed. So the airport was like overflowing with people. Even if you were sitting at your gate, there was 500 people not from your gate sitting there, or not from your flight sitting in the same gate. And these two fucking needle dicks, father-son duo, are playing like volleyball in the fucking terminal. Like, you know where you line
with a real
up?
ball, like volleyball?
Yeah, and they're like, dude, this is how you set, bro. And he's like, set it. And my kids are sitting there, and my mom, and like there's a bunch of us. And I'm thinking in my head, like, I sent you guys the picture, I think, of the two fucking geeks playing volleyball. And I'm like, I hope this ball hits somebody that I know. And I'm going to fucking spike this off someone's face, dude. And then so they did, the dude, he said it, and dude didn't, like, spike through it. And it goes rolling through. And if it was close to me,
rolling through your family?
No. It wasn't. No, if it was near me, dude, I was going to fucking give it a running punt.
If you would have punted that.
I was going to kick it through the fucking terminal. And Rosa, she sees me get all mad. She's like, stop, it's not a big deal. And then they did end up losing it. And she was like, someone's mom never taught them not to play ball in the house, did they? And then I'm like, all right,
Rosa said that?
Yeah, I'm like, that's
Thought it wasn't
how'd
a big
they lose
deal.
the ball?
yeah. When I was mad,
Right.
it wasn't a big deal.
No,
But
now
then
you're taking
Rosa got
shots.
mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how'd the ball get lost?
Yeah, how did it get lost in the airport?
Well, no, it didn't get lost. It started rolling, and then they got the idea. Okay, this is. I
stupid.
wasn't the only one that was
Yeah.
fucking mad.
Right.
But what world do you live in?
I don't know how other people are so comfortable, and I'm so uncomfortable.
Right. It's an airport. That is like the main place in the world where everybody just has to be normal.
Dude, just go on your fucking phone.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
get on Facebook.
Like, it was so like.
I hate when people are just doing
absurd.
like not normal shit, and like nobody wants to be in the airport.
And the
dude.
dude, like the dad was a grown ass man, probably older than me, and the son was like a little geek, but the dad thought he was cool. He had like flip flops on and like a ponytail. He's like, salt life, bro. Let's play some beach ball. And I'm like, dude,
just
what are
be
you?
normal. Let's get on this plane and get the fuck out of here.
All I could think about was kicking it through the terminal. I'm like, that's gonna be hilarious. Like if I kick this dude,
I
people are
hate
gonna
when
love
people
it.
are doing weird shit around me. When like, you want to do weird shit, go to a park and do weird shit.
Wait, okay, if you're playing like Magic or whatever that card game is,
you're not
that's what
bothering
be a
anybody.
weirdo.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're fucking playing with a volleyball with
Yeah.
kids, and like I said, it was already an overcrowded area. Like you're a dick. You're a dick.
Inconsiderate.
Yeah, and I hope you hit somebody because I'm gonna spike this off your fucking throat.
Zebra, what do you got?
This goes back to like me and John cutting grass. John gives me a warning about this one lady. He was like, listen, when you go up her, if you blow leaves, this one lady's going to watch you. She's going to probably accuse you of blowing leaves in her yard. Just do what you got to do to get out of there. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go up her, cut the grass, come back, grab the blower. I'm blowing off. Her yard's a fucking disaster. I mean, literally a disaster. The grass hasn't been cut in a month. The fucking weeds everywhere. It looks like total shit. Well, I got headphones on. And all I hear is, excuse me, until she like literally jumps in front of me. I'm like, hey, what's the matter? She's like, you blew leaves in my yard. And if you looked at her yard, it looked like fucking 3 Mile Island.
How do you know?
Yeah, I'm like, she claims that she knew which leaves came over there. She's like, they were magnolia leaves. And I'm like, there's a ton I'll blow some of it off. So I just start blowing real fast and I try to get rid of it. And she was trying to get me to go deeper into the yard. I'm like, this is it. Right here, this little pile. I gotta go. I got a timeline.
This is what I could do for you.
Yeah, this is all. And she like was like, you do this every time, and I just walked away. And I'm like, you got to have some nerve to say that. And she waits for us to come to do this to her, like the neighbors.
That's her
are,
highlight, dude.
Yeah, so she can come out and
there's
bitch.
people like this, man.
I'm sure it's all
we
over the
like
place.
cleaned up the yard, so like we actually like cleaned, took all the and she's like, you could see her outside. I knew she was gonna do something weird. She caught me. This is how I knew it was gonna happen. She's like watering plants that don't need water. There's like leaves caked in the
being
bed
nosy.
for like 3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But she shares a driveway.
It's turned into topsoil.
And she shares the driveway. So like it rained like the day before we did it. So all like we blow everything off. And she's like, you blew stuff over there. There's like 3 little crumbs. I'm like, and you could tell she wanted to make something way. I'm like, I'll go take care of them crumbs. She's like, no, this happens every time. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I said, tell you what, I'm gonna go blow this off though. To turn the machine up, like you could tell she didn't get satisfaction.
Yeah,
Blowing pebbles in her
You
face.
didn't engage in it.
Right.
She wanted an argument.
And
Yeah,
anything that
that's it.
dude, like it rained the night before, so anything that was laying there was like caked down.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, the shit's like.
So you blew her
blew
yard
it
for
off.
free.
No, I just blew the driveway off, dusted off, and left.
Yeah.
She was like not happy.
No.
People want you to do free work. Is
Right.
what they want.
Well, yeah, she wants to bitch about something. She's a
Yeah.
nut. She's probably a nut who doesn't leave her house.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's
She-
her big part of the day. That
She
when
sits
the-
out there and bitches at
Right.
everybody
the
that
mail,
goes by.
poor mailman gets it every fucking day.
UPS guy blocks her
Yeah.
driveway that she doesn't have a car.
Oh, she's definitely at home
Pizza
too much
guy
because
gets
we go to this house at different times and different days.
She's always there.
Always there.
Her
Just
commu-
looking, watching.
She's probably on the community page, one of those people. Like, are you sick and tired of landscapers not respecting your yard?
Well, yeah, you worry about her bitching to her neighbor who's like a good customer, my customer.
They know she's
Yeah, I
a
was going to say, the neighbors know
Yeah.
she's a pain
right,
in the ass.
right.
I promise
That's
you
a
that.
very good point. I didn't think of it.
They're like, how do you think? That's fine. I live with the bitch next to
Right.
me. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, Ethel, go back in your house.
Yeah.
She probably eats like cat food, like one of them people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
right
she-
out of the can.
Yeah, right.
And
out
she,
of
dude,
the
she
can.
probably like
My
feeds
stomach
the
hurts.
strays.
You're on your 6th can of
There's
fucking
at least
cat
6
food.
cats in that house.
And
I
she-
believe.
she-
They just piss everywhere.
Yeah.
She definitely doesn't shave her box.
No way.
Like, it's just, she got a
She
Brillo
just smears
box.
cat food
yeah,
on it.
it's out of control. Smells like hell.
Ugh.
Hasn't got her root greased ever. That's why she's so miserable. She wants me to blow the crumbs off her box.
It's the least you could do.
Yeah, I would.
Hey, it should be a lot nicer, I'll tell
Give
you
me
that.
15 feet. I'll turn this all the way up.
Look
I'll
at
blow your
Eagle Tits
box
cheese
out.
and he like that.
He's like, where she live at?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He's
Do we
like,
find
I
out
like
Send
cats.
old Eagle Tits up there, fucking knock her down, maybe with a little better
He-
room.
I like cats. She likes cats.
Yeah.
he loves old box.
Yeah.
He got a thing for
Old
box.
Eagle box.
Eagle box.
You want the address cut? He's out clean them leaves.
Give you.
Lady's coming up to me at the live show.
He's like, so how many crumbs we
Dude, she's
talking?
probably like what, 50?
That ain't that.
But her
You're
box
not
is
that old.
But her box is 60.
That's right.
She has a lot of years left of being a miserable cat.
Oh,
cat
God.
lady.
She's all vagina.
What does that even mean?
What the fuck is happening? Surely was talking about the 73 psychologist.
It doesn't have to make sense,
Exactly,
Jack.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She's all vagina.
I got a grinder. Waste management, the recycling division. They didn't. So I'm on week 3 of them not picking up my recycling.
Oh.
And like we bought all kinds of baby furniture shit. I have so much cardboard at my house right now to the point where I had to drive it down to the bar and like drop half of it off because like it was just taking over my basement.
You use your dumpster.
Yeah. So, and we also pay waste management $30 or $40 a month to take the fucking shit. So I'm kind of like on principle now. Like I should be running garbage down to my dumpster. You know.
What if you didn't have a dumpster? You
What if
know
I didn't
mean?
have a
Yeah,
dumpster? Right. So, Lainey called. I'm battling every day with like everything. I didn't have a battle in me. So Lainey called and they pretty much told her to go fuck herself. And I'd like say send her a picture like we didn't take it because your lid wasn't fully shut. There was the littlest piece of cardboard hanging out of her fucking thing. And
What
like,
does that have to
and
do with
then-
them taking the garbage
Dude,
if the lid isn't shut?
so-
It picked up by a truck.
It gets picked up by an arm.
Yeah.
So they didn't take it then. They take a picture and like the lady was being an asshole about it. So the next week I'm like making sure everything is like stuffed in there. There's nothing out. Now it's so compacted. They went to go pick it up, I guess,
It won't come
and
out.
it wouldn't come out. And then they just left it on the fucking ground. And fucking so now I had a full recycling can and I had to like clean it up. So today I had to dump my recycling can out. Fucking put like the big shit out. make it like loose enough to fucking dump it, and then put like the rest
You had
of
to
it.
fluff it.
Had to fluff it, put the rest of it in a regular bag, threw it in the garbage can because like I don't believe in recycling. Don't get me started on recycling. We'll be here till 10 o'clock.
We all know that it
we'll
goes
be
to the same fucking landfill.
We'll be here till 10 o'clock tonight. But if they don't take my recycling tomorrow, I don't know what's gonna happen.
You ever think of Okie Doke and the Neighbors recycling thing, like the old switcheroo? It doesn't have your like address on it, right?
Yeah, but what would that do?
Yeah.
Because then theirs will be if they don't dump it out, it's their fucking problem.
Oh, you mean yeah, dude? They're so old next to me, I couldn't do it to them.
Well, do they have a son or something that can take care of it?
Dude, I don't know, but I've been doing chores over
Damn,
there.
you might as well move back to the city.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I said.
They pick up my
the suburbanites had
Dude,
it good.
That's so did I.
Yeah,
And
the
so,
old
like,
city picks up my
that's-
recycling.
that's
My
what-
guys just break up glass bottle in the middle of my street every time. It's really not that big of a deal.
I used this opportunity. I was like, it might be time to get back to Greenfield. She's, I knew you were going to say that. You know what I mean?
That shit don't happen in Greenfield.
No. And she even said, she's like, we should live in the city if dealing this fucking shit. She's so pregnant and she gets wound up.
All the old hormones are
this
firing on all
This is
cylinders.
grinding her gears.
Oh, God. She should
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it sucks, but like, you know, if they don't
She's-
take it, I feel bad for waste management.
Laney's gonna let him have
Oh,
it.
they're getting a fucking earful,
Dude,
dude.
the old
She might
pregnant
go up.
hormones.
She seriously might go up there.
She should go up here pregnant as fuck because nobody would mess with her pregnant lady.
Yeah,
Just
right.
go off.
Dude, if they don't take this, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm gonna lose it. But yeah,
When's the day? When will
it's
we know?
tonight.
Tonight's the
So
night.
we'll know tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll know tomorrow morning. I had to dump my shit out and fucking go through it and like fluff it up. So and like, dude, garbage men just don't get out of the truck no matter what anymore. That's insane.
Well, no, that's that suburban shit.
Yeah,
In
the
city,
city
they-
drivers, they still got two dudes hanging on the back of the truck.
That's what
which
you need.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Not really.
No.
Not really, but like with the safety issues of these days, like
I don't know.
like a fucking.
It's efficient.
It is efficient, but I'm just saying, like people are pussies.
Yeah.
These dudes are hanging on the back of a truck.
One guy on each side.
Yeah, right.
Dude, in Greenfield-
Flying down Reynolds Street.
In Greenfield, they do a great job. They'll have like a dude run ahead, and he'll put everything in
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 piles every 10 houses or whatever, and then the other 2 come in and they just fire it into the thing.
Well,
boom, gone.
The problem with this is like you called a bitch, and they're like, dude, this is what Ross Township agreed on. So like you're not even like
What,
dealing.
you screwing
You're not
me
even
on
like
my
dealing with them
recycling?
as a customer. You're like, dude, deal with Ross
You're a
Township.
third
So like,
party.
what are you gonna call Ross Township? Like waste management, and like well, they're gonna call like there's like no way
They
to even
put you
like
in a loop
oh,
after
that.
yeah,
Like, okay.
we're in a blender, dude.
They'll be like, okay,
Just getting worked.
James Welsh or whatever your name is. Here's
Yeah.
your fucking gripe number. Here, you know, they give you a number and they
Why
don't
would
even
my
do
name be
anything.
James?
Because I'm saying they don't give a fuck about you at
Oh,
all.
got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're just
got
throwing
you.
out a name,
Yeah.
and they give
I
you.
thought you forgot my name for a second.
No. No, I'm just saying they don't give a fuck, and they give you a citation and everything. You go
Surely
through.
you
it.
might as well drink harder next time because he's.
I only had 2 beers
He drank
today.
2 beers. He ate no weed.
Yeah, what
Look
the
at him. His
fuck?
eyes are wide open.
Yeah.
It's freaking me out.
You guys are fucking.
You're too alert.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to be fucking sober.
It's
This is
giving
what
me
happens.
anxiety.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
All right, buddy, we'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back with more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. If you're worried about roofing, windows, siding, soffit, fascia, gutters, spouts, and need help with any of those, call Allen Construction, LLC, 412-954-8337. Whether it's a repair, replacement, they're equipped with the tools and the skills for over 65 years of experience. Remember, Allen Construction, 412-954-8337. And they're not on heroin. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just drove by your house, and your wall looks like a giant piece of shit. Well, you know that's no good because anybody can climb up your yard and bang your old lady. That's why you need to call Just Walls, 412-889-4401. Fully insured. And when someone pulls up to your house, make sure the first thing they see is your retaining wall, or the second thing they'll see is your wife's pussy. That's 412-889-4401. Just Walls. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it, your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call SNL Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downspout, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quit sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Are you sick and tired of bullshit pizza? I knew I was. Thank God there's Capizzuto's Pizza on Greenfield Avenue. They've been in business for over 400 years, making some of Pittsburgh's finest pizza. 412-521-6570. Ask for Nubs and tell them Z-Bird sent you if you want the best pizza in the burg. Man, we've been getting some bad storms around here lately. Very bad. Tree actually fell through my roof. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do. Luckily, I found Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service at 412-415-7331. They have over 27 years of experience, competitive pricing, and it won't break your budget. Give them a call today for all your tree-related needs. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'd like to welcome everybody who did come in from WDVE. We hope you enjoyed the show today, and this is our last segment. What would Greenfield do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
If you were a professional athlete about to hit the peak of your career and you won the Powerball, we'll say the Powerball right now is $650 million, we'll say that.
Yeah.
Would you keep on playing, or would you take the winnings and retire?
Keep playing.
So I think it got to be like, what are you playing?
Can I?
If you're a football player, you're gonna keep like risking that.
So okay, now no, you're wrong. No,
if you're a baseball player, you're gonna continue that grind of a fucking.
All right, this is how I look at it. It depends. Do I have a chance of winning a fucking championship?
Well, sure.
Am I playing for the Browns?
No.
Or am I playing for KC?
But Jack makes a good point. Like, if you're playing football, there's a lot bigger chance of getting injured. But like, if your passion is to do that and you love doing that, and that's what you love doing, taking that money and retiring, I just don't think you're not gonna be happy.
You're gonna think of woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Need something to do. So if it's golf, you probably keep playing, right? 'Cause it's golf.
Would you not keep going on them tours?
Yeah, I think
Your
I
little
would.
fame?
Golf. I don't know if. I mean, I'd probably keep playing football.
I would play any sport because
be-
you're one in the chance of you making it to the pro league in any sport.
Yeah.
And if you have a chance of winning, you got to do it.
Baseball sucks so bad.
Fuck
I love
baseball.
going to different city all the time, playing 3 games, getting out of there.
This season's
Hanging out
way
with your
too
buddies.
long. It's hotter than hell.
Yeah, but you're not really exerting yourself in baseball like you are.
If I was
in sports.
if I was a starting pitcher, I would definitely keep playing. You're
you
playing
every
one day
5
a week.
games?
Yeah, one day a week you're playing,
Fuck yeah.
and you're just getting drunk in the bullpen the rest of them.
getting your Peter sucked.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get drunk in the bullpen and just pitch, at my peak and be the man, yeah, I keep going. But
yeah, you have to.
But football, you got to keep playing football because football's awesome. But that would be like if you're fucking playing football and you get like a Shazier type injury, people are like, what the
right, a little
fuck?
CTE.
CTE, you're 50 years old and like now you want to fuck a junior
I think it all depends on what you're like
41.
Who you're playing for, what's your fucking team like. Like if you're playing for a shitbag team and you never have a chance, take the money and run. If you may
football,
be able to win a Super Bowl,
probably the only one.
you stick around.
Yeah, football and hockey. I think
hockey as well,
because they're both very brutal. Like those are the two where you're like, might be time. I mean, basketball beats you up too, but football.
Dude,
by
if you're
far
like
is the worst.
if you're like a fucking prize fighter, like I ain't. If I'm UFC, I'm done. I'm fucking
yeah.
done.
I don't want to.
Taking the money and run there.
Now that's completely
different.
different.
But the thing is, I bet if you ask UFC fighters that, they'd keep fighting.
Yeah.
A lot of them dudes do it and they don't make shit.
But me,
And
I would
love
quit. I would quit fighting.
Yeah. If you could play one video game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, jeez.
Did
you put this question in?
No.
I'm just
Go ahead, video game, Mike.
It would the new Madden.
New Madden.
And here's why. I'll explain why. Because there's so many options of what you can do. You can create your own player, like where you're in college and like you're like you do everything in college and you get drafted. You're on your team. It takes a while. Then if you go to franchise mode, you can like shut off like where they make you retire. You can just play for hundreds and hundreds of years. And like, you know what I mean? Like you can never get sick of that. Like, you know, I think I have like 400,000 yards rushing right now. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, dude, it's
That's
not
a lot of yards.
There's nothing better than that. Like,
how many years are you in?
Me, dude, honestly, I'm like 113 years in. on the oldest one, but I quit that because my team got so good it wasn't fun anymore. So I had to restart a new one. I'm like 32 years in.
And you don't play on like all Madden. You play on like regular.
No, I literally. I'm not making this up. I turn it up to the highest level, all Madden.
Oh, do you?
And I set the computer, because I'm so good at it, to all the highest levels, so like it's the best competition.
So why don't you just play online and beat on people?
Because I don't like interacting with people online. Because
Yeah,
they can be mean. Yeah. they don't know me, and they say mean stuff about me, and like I just don't want to deal with. Like I don't want to. It's a big stress reliever. It's like my after work. Like people are like, oh, I need a beer. I need this after work. That's my after work beer.
That's how you
What's one of
decompress.
the meanest things somebody has said to you that's like broke you from that?
No, someone just saying something like, you fucking suck, or you run the same play over and over again. Like, fuck you. The computer never says nothing, you know? It's not that it hurts my feelings. It pisses me
gets
off.
on your nerves.
And then now I'm in a mode of like where I was having a great time. This fucking
Now your emotions take over and you're pissed.
I like to run the ball. I know how to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not an idiot who passes it every down. Like, I can run the ball. You fucking goof. Switch your defense up, pussy.
Hey, I know you have a name in mind that's the player that you're talking about.
No, I don't know. Dude, I don't even deal with them names.
I just put this in there pretty much for that reaction there. That's what I was trying to get. It's 500 years from now, and you're the person in charge of naming this era. What would you call it? So in 500 years, you got to look back and name
Millennium.
That wasn't even on the podcast that we were talking about that.
Yeah.
No, that
was before the podcast. So people don't know what the fuck.
No one knows what the fuck they were talking about there then.
That's a stupid question. Let's just end this podcast.
Yeah. What would we call it? Like the COVID crisis.
Yeah, right.
Weak as hell.
Yeah,
Hey.
this shit blows.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Don't forget about our Patreon. Also, the August 4th comedy show coming up. Welcome all of our new listeners that we've been picking up from DVE. Thank you for all the call-ins. Keep calling in. Everyone, have a great week. And most importantly, remember, Greenfield loves you. We're out.